Oh, I know.
Good morning, people kind. Welcome back to Fresh Second Mick. This is episode 12 of Windsor, Ontario's finest modern millennial bro down. And I'm happy to be here. How y'all doing today?
Well, I'm doing better than the back of my head.
Ooh, it's pretty ridiculous. You really should have let me help.
Yeah, my razor died. Whatever. But no, I'm doing all right. I'm pretty stoked about this topic. Did a lot of research.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
You did research?
Yeah, for once.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's fucking crazy, man.
So it's not just going to sound like my stone friend.
I got like 2 lines of research. No, I'm just joking.
That's 6,000% more.
Oh yeah, easily. Tenfold the amount of research I normally do for these things.
Which is what? I thought of this thing.
I thought of this thing when I was real high. There's a lot of science behind it, believe me.
There you go. Mickey, how are you, sir?
Yeah.
I'm great, and I'm thinking that we should take a moment during this segment to shave the rest of his head.
It's not a bad idea, but he's never going to let us do it.
No, I would.
Just for like 5 minutes straight of nothing but...
Yeah. Here's the sound of a razor.
It should be done charging soon. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll see what the
Stay
future
tuned for that.
holds.
Speaking of ridiculous things, how about Mickey's Under Armour plus Crocs uniform?
Oh, yeah.
Just wait.
Showed up. Oh, hey, guys, I want to be your friend. Nope, get the fuck out.
Chopping at the bendo.
I'm just trying to stay comfortable as hot as it is in here.
You're still sexy.
Well,
but,
thank
like,
you.
It's not wrong.
I'm just picturing, like, a garden while dribbling a basketball.
Y'all see that picture of Post Malone looking like a piece of shit in
Every
Crocs?
picture?
Well, yeah. In Crocs and, like, knee socks and shit.
Yeah.
On stage smoking a dart while performing.
Yeah.
This man still gets laid.
Yeah.
Just-
like, because he can do whatever he wants because he has money.
Yeah. Mickey's broke.
I have a feeling you
Why
actually
not
have,
the
like, a lot of money.
Yeah, oh, he's probably just a baller. He's got, like, 3 Rolls Royces tucked away in his, like, forge.
Yeah. The Forge is the name of his bat cave.
Yeah,
exactly.
pretty much.
Oh,
No.
my God.
That's why he never responds in the chat.
Yeah,
He's just fucking researching.
He's
shit
at the
on his
Rolls Royce
giant-
dealership?
Yeah. He's at the Rolls-
I don't like my old one. I want
Customizing?
this one now.
Sir,
have
get
it-
me that one.
Have it delivered immediately. Now, Mickey's good. Still doing the physiotherapy, so I'm feeling better.
Yeah.
And
Old man Mickey.
old man Mickey. Starting my new job next week, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Nice.
And school the week after that. That's scary.
You're a real boy.
I'm doing something with my life.
I think this
Trying
is
to-
the 13th time since I've known you that you've started school again.
I've only gone to school. It's the second time. I wanted to go back a few times,
man.
but this is the second
I started
time.
school too. I
did?
actually forgot about that when I was
Oh,
saying
you guys
I
are making
thought
me
you
feel like a
kinda knew.
loser.
No,
You
man.
did school already.
Yeah, you're good. You graduated, Holmes.
Yeah, and then my basement flooded, turning my degree into a piece of toilet paper.
How'd that do for
And I
cleaning up that mess?
Never needed to reference it again. What'd you say, Mickey?
Wait, your actual degree was in the...
My degree was in the filing cabinet that was 2 feet underwater.
Oh no.
Oh, no!
I mean,
you, like-
if I needed
yeah.
it, I could write the U for my transcript or
Yeah.
whatever. It doesn't matter, but yeah,
Still,
fuck that.
sad.
All right.
Wow, that sucks balls, man. How are you doing, Sir Freshness?
I'm sore, bro. I'm realizing how much better care I need to take of myself.
You're realizing that?
The number one...
We're
what does that
fucked.
mean?
We're
no,
fucked.
My
Yeah,
number
it's
one
like I
thing
am
is,
fucked.
and this is so crazy, is not even stress. Because, like, stress is like everybody has stress and different ways to deal with it. But I would also deal better with stress if I could sleep.
Right.
I sleep 4 or 5 hours a night, and it's never bothered me. But since I started powerlifting, it's just taken this fucking insane toll on me.
I'll put you to sleep.
Ooh.
No, I don't know, man. You got to just try things, I guess.
Try things.
But I'm always doing too much. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, well, that's your problem. You got to, like, tone it the fuck down. You know what I went and got?
what?
Okay, so I'm out at
If you tell me to
Walmart.
start smoking weed one more time,
I'm not. This isn't about smoking weed.
All right.
Because I'm at Walmart. I already smoked weed. And I'm at Walmart, dressed appropriately. Got the short shorts with the paint stains on them.
Yep.
Real bad, like, cut off fucking t-shirt. Look like I'm
Standard
from the fucking
Walmart.
yeah.
Patchy
Anyway,
haircut.
Patchy. No, this is before the patchy haircut.
Okay.
Although next time.
Next time, baby.
So I'm loading Izzy up. I get her like 150 colored pencils and like all these markers because I want like her to color because she always asks, and I got like 4 crayons. So I'm like, I gotta step my game up. But when I'm doing this, I see an adult coloring book, like the art therapy
Like the
books,
color
and I'm
by
thinking
numbers?
like, man, I love coloring or drawing, but I'm not good at drawing, so I get discouraged and I just stop doing it.
Right.
And my daughter loves when I color with her, but like it's just on a blank thing. So I bought a coloring book for myself. Bro, I love it. It just calms me the fuck down.
Just coloring, eh?
Just fucking coloring. Got myself some colored pencils, just fucking shade, some blends, listen to some nice common tunes, and just like you forget about all your problems.
Like Gojira or Behemoth?
I don't know what any of those are, so no. But I never fucking thought that would help my stress level, but it does. And I just went out on a limb. I mean, it was $4 for the fucking book, right? It was like whatever.
Yeah.
But it actually helped. It was weird.
Cheaper than weed.
Yeah, but I smoked before I colored too. So, anyway, I'm just saying you got to just branch out, man. Just try weird shit. I'm not saying smoke weed. I'm just saying anything, man. I mean, you could. It definitely could help you. But
the number one thing for me is time, right? I know. You got time for what you make time for. But I'm always trying to do so much, and then it's 11:30 at night, and I wanted to be in bed an hour before. It's like I feel like 6 hours rock solid, 10:30 to 4:30. I feel like I would be a really high functioning individual. Mm-hmm. My immune system would be boom. I'd be feeling good. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't fly off the handle when stress occurs and whatnot.
You'd hit Mickey less?
Well,
no.
as
referring to myself from the third person?
Yeah, you always do that, dog.
I love it. No, but you know what? As someone who, I don't know, I guess took a jump, like in my adult life. Not saying that you've never done that, because you have, but I mean, I have a kid and all that shit went down with my house and stuff, and then I quit jobs, going back to school. I don't know. It's probably has a lot to do with what you got to do daily, and it's probably weighing you down, and you probably have a lot of thoughts, because I know you're a guy like, oh, I just wasted that much time there, and now I got to make all this time up.
Yes.
So fuck sleep, even though it's super important.
It's so important.
But your mind's probably going all the time, right? Like, if I'm not doing this now, I'm wasting time. Right? Kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You'll sleep when you're dead.
Yeah, pretty much, man. But so I was, I actually just saw Dr. Rhonda Patrick, who is my hero.
Okay.
Look her up. Found My Fitness, everybody. Right. She's like a super big on nutrition and whatnot. And you can find her. She did a bunch of Joe Rogan podcasts. Anyway, she's dope. But she just did an episode of her podcast on the importance of sleep in nutrition and inflammation, like suppression and whatnot. Oh. So, yes, that is a picture.
I didn't see the picture.
No information, just a fucking.
No, I like to see.
Is this like when you showed me who Travis Scott was? Sick, bro.
No, I need a visual representation of who.
Okay,
this is.
fair enough. Anyway,
nutrition,
but I'm looking forward to finding out about that, because just like when I started looking into more of the plant-based and meat and dairy and shit and everything, once I knew it empirically, it was as good as done. So she talks a lot about heat stressors. So yesterday, like the positive benefits of them. So yesterday it was fucking, I don't know, 6 billion degrees outside,
give or take.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous
with a relative humidity of 2,000%.
Yeah.
And I'm
Give or
like,
take.
Okay, I didn't get to the gym in the morning because, like I said, I've been running myself down. So I'm going to go for a run after. I at least got to run for Tough Mudder, right? Oh, boy, was that a great idea.
Oh, yeah, that probably just killed you, man.
Oh, my God. There's one good thing that came of it, though. I was running down Walker, and my brother was actually driving by and got a picture of me.
I saw that, yeah.
He's like,
I saw that picture, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I put it up on my Instaho fitness
do
account
that?
at AB Deadlifts Holla. But yeah, he's like, I wanted to stop and give you some water, but I didn't have any. I'm sorry, man. I'm like, it's okay. I wouldn't have taken it anyway.
Yeah. Well, okay. Now let me ask you this: You're kind of a person. This relates.
I'm
directly.
kind of a person.
You're kind of a person. Not
you
really.
have your moments where like humanity is there,
emotion shows,
but then like all of a sudden it's gone. It's weird.
No, it relates to this topic for today, and you have really good, I think, other than your sleep, habits. Like you formed really good habits for yourself, where okay, you miss a day here or there, but for the most part, you like on what you do, right? Like you do what you do, and you do it until you don't need to do it anymore until it's complete.
Yeah.
So, in that aspect, since you know how good sleeping is for you, why can't you just turn sleeping into a habit and think of it like everything else you do? because it is part of the puzzle. You need sleep to function at your highest, capacity. And if you're not getting that, you're just fucking you're wasting all the time you're actually doing shit.
Yes, I know. And that's
right?
That's why I started trying to actually get to bed sooner, but it's just I get caught up, man. Like after this tonight, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna be like if I get home from this at 10:45, I should reasonably be able to throw together a big ass salad or something for lunch tomorrow, put my breakfast in a box, and then I'll be good, right? Pack my gym clothes, takes a couple minutes, should be fine. It won't be. It'll be midnight, and I'll be like, how the fuck did I do this again?
Yeah, I know. I do that all the time during the day.
Yeah.
Like today, Mickey shows up 7 minutes early. My mom's in here cutting my hair. No, it wasn't your fault. It was my fault. I fucking waited till the last minute again. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I did get really into the research, though, during the day. So I spent like an hour and a half researching the topic. So I kind of left everything. And so he walks in, and my mom's just shaving the back of my head with
But you didn't
my
even
dad.
work today, did you?
No, that's the thing. I fucking left it. I was a lazy piece of shit today, and I feel like shit. Now I feel better because I'm doing something. But like, I don't know. I'm just kind of stressed, and like I got orientation tomorrow and all that shit, and I'm just like, fuck. I don't want to go through that shit. I'm 28 fucking years old. I just want to go and build shit and then walk out a year later with a piece of paper. Right. But
thanks for doing business.
Anyway, I don't know, man.
No, you're right. You're right. But I think that's where I try to latch on to these, like Dr. Rhonda Patrick and other folks. Like Jocko Willink is the one who got me waking up so disgustingly early. And then I found, this feels really fucking good.
Yeah.
And it sets my day up for a win. So I gravitate towards those things. And it's not necessarily because of any one thing. Like me and Jocko probably wouldn't agree politically. Me and Rhonda probably wouldn't agree on, I don't know, some other things. But I look to those experts, those people who seem to be doing the very best in their fields, one way or another. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they find kind of like, everyone's different, right? So everyone's going to form different habits. Habits are a huge thing. I keep bringing this up because I've noticed I like watch people and I watch myself. I'm fully aware of all my bad habits and how much fucking time I waste.
You've always been very self-aware, though.
Yeah, and I just maybe not caring is I don't really know why I don't really do more about it. But like I'm trying, but it's like hard to change those habits when they're so fucking integrated into your life.
Well, I just read this today, and I'm not going to say whose book I read it in, but we'll come to that later. Yeah. 21 days to make a habit.
Yes, and that's kind of what I'm referencing is the same person.
Oh, no shit.
But, like, loosely, I didn't read the book. I
Right.
just watched and read a little shit on the internet. But
right.
yeah, exactly. But I also read a lot of things. Is just replace bad habits with good habits, right?
That's the mentality I grew up with was if you want to break a habit, you got to make a habit.
Ooh.
Yeah, I replaced drinking with music again.
Okay.
Right? So that was like the big one. I got to replace smoking with something. I don't fucking know what. Push-ups. Sure. I'll do like 1,000 push-ups a day, every day. No, but anyway, it just habits set your tone for kind of the person you are. And if you get really devoted to your habits, you're going to succeed, especially if you put the time in, right?
So what does success look like to you?
Just kind of just living your life to living your best life. No, that's not even the tune of the fucking song.
Nope, not even close.
I don't really care. But
It's
like,
better
honestly,
than Mickey would have done.
it's like knowing who you are. Okay, first of all, you got to go through stages, right? You got to find kind of who you are and what you think you're meant to do or what you want to do, what you want to be meant to do. You know what I'm saying?
Want to be meant to do? Yep.
Yeah, that like loose fucking line there of want and meant. You just there has to be some kind of like event or something that happens where you realize, oh, this is what I'm good at. This is what I love. So if you can somehow grasp that, form habits to succeed in that avenue of whatever it is and let that just like blossom and flourish naturally, then that's success. Not necessarily money, but usually when you do that, you can make a living off of it.
That's sort of what we were talking about with the influence of art.
Right.
Following your dharma. Like, what is the thing you are meant to be?
Exactly. And yeah, so that's success in my eyes. You don't have to be a billionaire,
But it helps.
but it helps effectively, if your goal is to change like humanity or people kind as a whole,
Yeah, baby.
right? Then yeah, you need a lot of money. But if your goal is to kind of just like, be the best person you can be and make others feel good about themselves,
Be happy with yourself.
Be happy with yourself. No, if that's your goal,
My ears are burning right now.
good, you're in the room. If that's your goal, like more on a small scale, if you realize you're more of a small scale individual, like you're a community oriented person, and what you're doing, whatever suits you is still big. Just because it's smaller than that billionaire doesn't mean it's not going to make an impact, right? But I feel like a lot of people get discouraged because a lot of people don't have billions or millions of dollars to go and fucking invest in this shit or like fucking do that. But it's like maybe that's not your place, right? Because you're not there. So don't fucking hate your life because of it. Just do what you're meant to do, what you love to do.
Yeah, I dig it.
When I was in high school, I was thinking about dropping out, and my mom.
Who the fuck?
I know.
Who thinks about dropping out of high school in this day and age? Like after like 1995, I feel like that's like no one really thinks about that, right? No?
Oh, I was just there was a lot of just kind of shit going on in my head. I was like, this isn't for me. School's not for me. That whole
was the last time.
And
and he went back 13 times.
But yeah, no. My mom and I had a chat, and a big part of the reason why I wanted to drop out was because I didn't know what I wanted to do with myself. And that made me angry, and I felt like school wasn't directing me towards what I wanted to do with myself, whatever it could have been. My mom, doing her mom job, she just said, she goes, son, it doesn't really matter. Oh, come on.
Doing her mom job? Don't type that in the internet, probably.
I'd like a mom job.
So,
oh man,
she just said to me, she goes, son, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you do it the best that you can.
We need a shirt that just says "mom job."
That's the new fresh Slick Mick T-shirt.
Oh,
mom
dude,
job.
Anyway, sorry, go on.
Sorry, Mickey.
My poor mom.
The serious moments of your life.
It's okay. So she just said, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you feel like you've done it your best and you can be happy with it at the end of the day. Like she said to me, she goes, Sean, if you want to flip burgers for the rest of your life, do it the best that you can and be happy with it. I don't care.
Right.
But it's hard to find direction, sure, but just be happy with what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's
this is literally the same fucking speech.
No, I know, but I'm just saying it like this from a different perspective of a work, I guess.
So with saying all of this, like we haven't even said the topic, so we're gonna pick people who changed the world or are changing the world currently. Just influential people in history or in today's modern time.
Right.
Right.
So what we're looking for with this one is how they're changing the world, obviously, and why those factors are important to us. So we each came to this discussion armed with a person.
Yeah.
And obviously the why of it. So like you took no time at all to decide who your person would be.
Yes, even though I'm super set on this person, I kind of wish I would have given it a little bit more thought because a lot more people kind of came to my mind after.
But you could do this game forever.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, fuck,
Right.
I'm not going to change it.
I've
now.
already named two people and neither of them are my person,
Yeah.
you know?
So, but yeah, I love this guy. So, he's dope in my eyes, but.
All right, how do we do this? Because like neither of us know. Should we do Mickey first? I want to do you first.
I think we should all say who we picked.
Well, I'm going to say, and you guys are going to go, who the fuck is that? I can guarantee you.
Yeah, but that's awesome.
Okay.
All right, so what do you guys want to do? You want to say all three first, or do you want to just go one by one by one?
Let's say it all at the same time.
All at once?
All at once.
Okay.
Are we doing that?
On the count of three, everybody say yours.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Elon
Matt
Musk.
Damon.
You said really?
It's not Matt Damon. It's not.
Oh
Matt
man,
Damon.
I wish it was.
Okay, Slick, go.
Okay, Elon Musk is the guy I chose.
Mine should come as no surprise to anybody. Terry Crews.
Oh, yeah, fuck
Terry
yeah.
fucking Crews, baby. Dad.
Dad or dad?
Dad.
Dad.
My dad.
Yeah,
My daddy.
I think he is. Okay, go on. Mickey?
I chose Henry Dunant.
I don't even know who the fuck that guy is.
I don't know. Dunant makes it sound like it might be Henri.
Did he make the donut?
On
Game changer.
Woo! Is that what he did?
Yeah, he added to North American obesity rates. So.
I mean, that's
nailed
world changing.
All right, so
Very
who goes,
influential.
how do we want to talk about this?
Okay.
Do you want to each kind of sum it up and then we can discuss among ourselves?
Yes.
All right.
Fire away, Slick.
Why do I got to go first? I want to hear Mickey. I want to hear about this do not guy.
Andre, do not.
Andre, do not.
Actually,
I think we should keep the mystery.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
fine. I'll go first. Fuck. All right, so Elon Musk.
Short for elongated muskrat.
Elongated muskrat. He's now in the public's eye quite a bit right now for some tweets and stuff. But you know what?
He's a savage.
He is. And this is, I looked at a timeline of his life and I wrote it down. And he's crazy. Like, he's insane. Like, his whole life is crazy.
Give me the bullet points.
Yeah, I wrote bullet points down. And we're going to just go through it quick. So, Elon Musk, he's, what is he, a physicist? He's like an economist. He's like everything. He's like Batman, like an out-of-shape Batman with a lot of but, okay, so like at 8, by the time he was 8, he was already reading 10 hours a day. He ran out of books to read at his fucking library. By the way, I don't know how right these are. I try to check it. So I might, like, I'm not fucking writing
This
an
is
autobiography.
internet research.
Yeah.
But let's assume it's true
Or is
because
it a
it's not
biography?
crazy.
Wait, what's the one who somebody writes about?
Biography.
A biography. Okay, I didn't want to be an idiot. Anyway, 8, he read all the books in his library, apparently.
Okay.
So then he read the encyclopedia. Oh, man.
Metallica?
No, not Metallica. He wasn't a large fan. Britannica.
Okay.
What's that one? You might know that. What's that?
What is it?
Yeah, what is that? It's just the whole thing?
It's the Encyclopedia Britannica began as a giant compendium of everything that exists.
That's what I thought. Okay. So right there at like 8 years old, that's what Elon Musk is fucking doing.
Crazy.
Right? So there's a little hint of something like, oh, that guy might do something. And, okay, so like when he's 12, he wrote the video game Blastar and then sold it for $500 when he was 12.
He was 12.
At 14, he had like a crisis. He didn't know what his calling was. At
poor
14,
bastard.
poor guy. So he decides to read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and looking for some sort of answer.
Okay, see, I'm on this level.
Right?
I'm on this level
So
in this one case.
He realizes that his life mission is to save humanity.
Whoa.
wow.
At 14. So
Hold on.
everything
Is
that...
he Jesus?
I don't know, man. He's still kind of young. He could walk on water next year. I don't know.
I really would not be surprised.
Yeah, he get some boots.
How old
Tesla
is he
boots.
now? Because didn't it go from
He's-
like Jesus from like 13, then
He's
all of a
under
sudden
50. No, is he? He's
32.
Over, how old is he? I don't even know how old is he.
Anyways,
he is.
sorry.
Anyway, whatever. So I didn't even get to that part. 18, he moved to Canada,
Yay.
right, with his mom because his parents divorced and whatever.
Where's he from initially?
South Africa.
He was born and raised?
Yes.
So
And he
he's
lived with his
Dutch.
father. He lived with his father. Yeah, I think so. He lived with his father until the age of 18. He got his Canadian citizenship, moved to Canada, started going to college.
Good decision.
Right? And then after that, he transferred to UPenn. I don't know where, obviously Pennsylvania. I think.
Yeah.
Double majoring in physics and economics. 94, gets his degree.
Which is weird anyway, those two together.
Yeah. 94, he gets his degree.
He's 47,
So
by
at
the
this
way.
point, he's worked odd jobs. He was like homeless. Like he ain't Elon Musk. He's just going through,
Yeah.
the
He's the
motions.
elongated muskrat at this point.
In 1995 is when shit starts popping off for this guy, all right?
Okay.
Okay, he starts Zip2 with his brother, and he codes the whole program himself. I don't even know what Zip2 is, because I didn't really get that far into it, but I want to look at it, what Zip2
Is this
actually
a
is.
significant program?
I don't know, but you tell me. So in order to start this program, he gets $28,000 from his father, who was an engineer, by the way. His dad was an engineer. Then he raised his first investment money, which was a total of $3 million. He so with this company of Zip2, and then he gets demoted from CEO or whatever to CTO by all of his investors. And then by 99, so he started in 95 to 99, he sold Zip2 for $22 million.
Holy fuck. I'm looking this shit up. This is a legit thing. My God.
Then he starts X.com. Sounds like some naughty shit, right? But like it's an online bank. And that's in 1999. So I don't think there was a lot of other online banks. I don't really know.
So
I didn't
he'd
look
have
it up.
been 28.
So by this point, for his personal reference now, how much money he bought a McLaren F1 for $1 million at that point in his life. So in 99. That's when he
Fuck
started.
me all.
Silicon Valley. McLaren F1, like 61 of them made or whatever. He owned one, crashed it. So anyway, okay.
He's too busy to learn to drive.
So he's competing with another bank now, online bank called Confinity, which is a very unsettling name for an online
shit.
bank. And when 2,000 hits, he merges with them, and that creates PayPal. So here's where it gets crazier. So then he gets married to his first wife, goes on his honeymoon. And while he's on his honeymoon, he gets fired as the CEO. But then he comes back because he's an owner, invests more money into PayPal.
Just takes over it.
And then he moves, he says, fuck it, gets up, moves to LA to be closer to the space industry. Now, you haven't heard anything about space.
The space industry's out of LA?
I don't know. That's what it said,
Sick.
right? That's where SpaceX is it not? In LA?
Piece of shit
Well,
on me.
the closer
Or-
you get to the equator, the more space programs you're going to find.
I don't know. Anyway, that's just what it said. I'm just not going to question where he
Okay.
moved. Anyway,
All right, fair
he
enough.
moved somewhere to get closer to the space industry. We haven't
Cool.
heard from space since Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Okay.
He's just been making fucking
Bank.
right? Been making money using his brain. So he moves to, and he starts learning how to build rockets just by reading books. He
What
just starts
the
building,
fuck?
just reading every book on rocket ever.
But he does have a degree in physics.
Yes, he does. So at this point, he has this idea to take a trip to Russia. Now that he understands how rockets are built and works, takes a trip to Russia to go and try to buy some rockets to go to space.
What in the fuck?
Holy shit.
Then he realizes that he's not going to get any rockets because they're going to be super artificially overpriced because he knows how to build them. So he wanted to just see if he could skip that and just offer what, the cost is to build that. They laughed at him and said, we'll give you this for like double plus more.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So he said, fuck that, goes back.
It's also Russia.
Then in this
Might not even
time,
work.
his whole, from 2000 to 2001, his son's born. And he starts SpaceX in 2002 is when SpaceX starts.
I didn't know it had been around that long.
Yeah. So he slept in his office and all this shit. And then his son actually died.
Aw.
His first son died of SIDS, sudden infant
Whoa.
death syndrome. September of that year. He was born June of that year. Died in September. Terrible.
Jesus.
But and then in that year, he sells PayPal for $250 million. So boom, there you go. And then he meets a guy. He starts thinking in this area about electric cars. He meets JB Straubel. I don't know if that's a company or a guy, but it says electric car enthusiast. So I'm guessing it's a person.
Word.
Then he meets all the Tesla funders. He invests in Tesla, and he suggests that the JB and Tesla start working together. So that's where Tesla is pretty much starts popping off.
So did Tesla already exist? Apart from him? He did not start Tesla.
He didn't. No, there's investors, and then he invested or something like
Okay.
that. It was. I don't really know the formation of it, but that's when he started getting involved with electric cars.
It's less interesting. I was just curious.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so then his twin sons are born in 04, 06. His first rocket he ever launches explodes. July 2006, he wins NASA contract to ship cargo to the International Space Station and to build the Falcon 9.
Wow.
August 2006, he was the first investor in Solar City, which is just another thing he's working on. I think it's solar power shit, right?
Okay.
The end of the 2006, triplet sons were born. So now he's 5 sons,
My
twins and triplets.
God.
07, second rocket launch and fails. 08, first Tesla customers get
Okay,
their
hold
Roadster.
on, pause.
This is important. Anyway,
He's so deep into rocketry and everything.
he has not launched a successful rocket yet.
He has
by
not launched a successful rocket.
07.
But the principles behind rockets aren't a mystery. So what's failing here?
He
Maybe he's
wants
trying
to
something
build
different?
them for cheap, right? And he's not. He started this. He's never built a rocket himself.
No, I know
So-
he hasn't, but I'm sure he could have been like,
Yeah, he hired guys
Yo,
who
Dave.
could. But I think the way I didn't get into the way they made him, but I do know SpaceX. He wanted to make the cheapest possible rocket. right? And that's why there's actually a
Not
super
cheap as in
important
shitty. Cheap as in like
cost.
affordable.
And there's actually a super crazy story that I want to read
all right, proceed.
about one of his engineers. Anyway, so second rocket launch fails in 07. 08, first Tesla customers get their Roadster, priced at $109,000. That's in 2008, Tesla Roadster. Okay? 08, still, divorces his wife.
Meh.
Sucks. 08, third
FTV.
rocket launch fails and destroys 4 satellites, including NASA's.
Ooh, pissing people off.
SpaceX and Tesla are on the verge of bankruptcy.
In 08?
Yep.
He's probably
And
still
then
laughing.
September 08, fourth rocket launch succeeds. December 08, wins NASA contract for 12 flights and $1.6 billion. 09, unveils Model S car for Tesla. 2010, buys a car factory from an old Toyota manufacturing part of whatever they do for dirt cheap. 2010, Tesla Tesla shares go public for the first time in 2010 for $17. By the end of the day, they were up to 24 a share.
What are they now?
I'd have no clue. I didn't look that up. That'd be cool to look up, though.
Yep.
Proceed.
2011. This is when he gets this. So from now, we've heard space shit with the rockets and blowing up, but now 2011 is like the
305 doll hairs.
So 2011 is like the Musk we know, right? Promises to send
like a
humans to Mars by 2021, 2031 in that time frame.
Okay.
Still 11. He announces he's working on reusable rockets. 2011.
Which would be necessary for Mars.
Exactly. February 2012, the Model X is unveiled for Tesla.
Right.
2012, March, he divorces his second wife. I didn't even want to read that one, and I just read it. But anyway, he got married like a bunch of times and divorced, and then remarried the same girl and divorced her. It's fucking crazy. It's probably something to do. Anyway.
It's something to do. Want to get married? Yeah, sure.
May of 2012
day
is
off.
very important because the Dragon spacecraft,
Okay.
it was the first time it successfully docked with the International Space Station.
Ah.
June 2012 starts shipping the Model S for only $75,000. So now he's starting the cheap Elon Musk, right? Like he had to start it, make money, and he wants to sell it for
all
cheap.
technology
So that's
gets
why I
cheaper
wrote
with
like
refinement.
the prices down.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm with
So
you.
September 2012, the supercharger something is unveiled, and I think that has to do with the Powerwall battery, but I've never really heard of that. I wrote it down because I want to look at it, and I can't. Supercharger network. I don't know really what that is, but apparently it's important.
Oh, could that be something to do with the refueling?
Oh,
of
maybe
Teslas?
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that might be it. Supercharging network. I think you're right, actually.
That makes sense because that's one of the kind of
Here we
question
go.
marks about electric cars.
August
right?
2013, publishes design for the Hyperloop. 2014, mass produces the Powerwall battery. 2015, batteries for cars, Tesla batteries. 2015, introduces the Powerwall battery for your home. So that's with the Tesla roof. You can store the power and use it
so cool.
instead of using it right away or wasting it. September 2015, first customers get their Model X. December 2015, landing rockets succeeded. So his
That's
that was a
fucked.
huge thing.
That's fucking
Yeah, I remember
crazy.
when that happened. 2017. He's working now. This is where it gets loose because no one really knows what his plans are from 2017 till now. But big rockets running on methane is what he's working on now. Like his biggest rocket on methane gas.
The big fart.
May 2017, he starts with a boring company to dig tunnels. So he also owns a boring a tunnel digging company called the Boring Company. And then 2017, the Model 3, $35,000 car, electric car. That's pretty impressive from the first. Yeah, I know the first one's a Roadster, but still. November 2017, he announces the semi-truck and the new Roadster. In 2018, he launched the Falcon Heavy, the largest rocket he ever launched successfully. Yeah. And then in quotes here, I got 2020, he's promised first Hyperloop train start running. In 2025, Mars Colonial Transporter descends on its journey.
Where is the Hyperloop going?
He is putting one in Nevada, from what I understand.
I know what the complete plan is supposed to be, but like
right now
where's
it's
it
just
gonna
in
start?
Nevada. Like, I think wherever his company is. I don't really
you
know.
go
Or
from
maybe it's
Vegas
LA.
to Vegas?
It might be LA. I don't know, man, but it's fucking crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's got a lot on his fucking plate, like a ton, like you.
Why
but,
do
like,
people
a
hate
lot-
this motherfucker?
Because he's okay. So let's talk about that. I mean, he's not the greatest person,
I mean, he's
but
Dutch,
he sees
right?
purpose.
He grew up white in South Africa. He's obviously terrible.
Yeah. Oh wait, I didn't mean to agree with that because that's terrible to say.
Terribly accurate.
Terribly accurate.
Is it no? Is
I
he
talked
like
for a long time,
unpersonable like Steve Jobs? 'Cause
Yes.
Steve
okay.
Jobs
So
was a fucking
let me tell you a
cock.
story. When SpaceX, he got plans for something that cost, I think they said around $120,000 to build. So he went to his best engineer and said, "I want you to take this, and I want you to build it for $5,000."
Holy fuck.
And all the other engineers said, "You know what? You go to
Said
any
you're
other
fucking crazy.
any other fucking aviation or anything else, any other engineer would just walk off, be like, you're fucking nuts, man. It's impossible." This guy spent 9 months or 6 months or something like that, devoted his fucking life to this. He built it for $3,900. He dissected this thing piece by piece and
Oh my
built it
God.
for $3,900. He sent him an email. He goes, Elon Musk, I've built your part. I got the part. I built it for $3,900.
Yeah.
Under $5,000 budget.
Yeah.
Elon Musk sends one back and says, okay.
Just okay.
That's it. Like, this guy's life work. He just fucking like took $120,000 piece of machinery and went down to under $4,000. Elon Musk goes, okay, it's done. But yeah, so he's not like, and all the tweets that he was putting out and the lawsuit that's happening. He's not the most, personable guy, but you know what? A lot of people aren't. If people, but he's in the spotlight. He's a billionaire. He's making moves, big moves. He's just a guy who started his own thing.
I don't think I give a fuck if anyone like that is personable. And in fact, I kind of like that they aren't because I'm like,
Right.
there's hope for me.
Because you know why? He sees, something like that, like he doesn't really look at sending an okay email as a dick move, right?
Yes.
Because he's not looking at the small stuff. He's looking at this like, I got to get to fucking Mars. So, okay, dope, that's done. Now we can move on to the next thing. He sees the larger purpose in what he's doing.
Yeah, he's fucking busy.
It translates to him just being a fucking douchebag sometimes.
Right.
Plus, he doesn't say the smartest things a lot, sometimes like publicly on his tweets. Although I do enjoy his personality, so I don't really care.
Right.
But take the bad with the good. I think he does
Yeah.
more good than bad.
Yeah. I see. When someone has such drive for such high-minded causes like that, I can swallow a lot.
Right. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Okay, so he's a prick. So are a bunch of people who don't do anything good for the world.
Yeah.
And not that it excuses prick behavior, because as Chucky will tell you, there's no excuse for bad behavior.
Right.
But I mean, if you're working 25 hours a day trying to save the world, I think it's kind of an excuse for bad behavior.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, and I wrote it in that style.
Also, he's Dutch.
Yeah, what's up with the Dutch thing, man? Like, is there a thing?
Yeah, they're awful.
Are they? I've never met a Dutch person.
I've never met a Dutch person I liked.
Zinger!
Is that racist? I don't even know.
No, that's like what is it? Nationality?
Have you never seen Goldmember?
No. Oh, I have, long time ago.
Two things I
memorize
hate:
shit.
people who are ignorant of other people's cultures, and the Dutch.
Thank you, Mickey.
See, I didn't get that reference.
All right, carry
Anyway,
on.
I wrote it
Mickey's movie
that
quotes.
style so you could see that not only like he's like as a child, he fucking set a
On
goal.
another level.
He realized what he was meant to do or what he wanted to do, how he wanted to impact the world, and he nothing stopped him. He never once had a doubt. He just did it in any way he could get to that.
Right.
He had to work for years to even begin to think about rockets.
Do you think that all that time he was just thinking about like, all right, I have to make millions and millions of
Probably
dollars?
not. Because I did this loosely, and I did read there was a point where he was kind of just making money, like he was doing his thing, kind of forgot about the space thing, and then something happened. I think he actually almost died of like malaria, and he revisited his childhood dream of saving humanity and bringing them to the stars and blah blah blah, recolonizing planets.
Right.
And that's when he really got. That's like when he started SpaceX and got going.
Okay.
So catalytic events too in his life. I don't really know what his crisis was at 14, but thankfully that happened, because, or else we wouldn't see fucking rockets land themselves.
That's insane.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so you take the good with the bad. So the guy's a fucking dick. That's okay, because
Yeah, but
not
I
a
don't
lot
even-
of guys came from absolutely like just middle class to decently comfortable class,
Yeah.
And
to being a billionaire off just raw ideas and work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
he's not
Like,
really hurting anybody. He's just a dick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's-
Like-
I mean, let's not go too far, but
Sure.
it's like that offense, that outrage culture we talked about before. It's like, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
guys-
Honestly, who fucking
Who
cares?
else is fucking doing this private space? I mean, there's other guys doing it, but
I don't even care about I care about the space thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do deeply. I find it extremely interesting. But his energy efforts are so much more important to me.
yes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying the space. I say the space because it's like the biggest fucking thing you can do in the world. Like, honestly, like if you're gonna do anything big, it's like I'm gonna go fucking space. You can't really, other than like maybe curing AIDS or cancer or all just diseases or
Yeah.
world peace. Like, space is the most practical, biggest thing you could probably do.
It's the final frontier.
It's
so yeah.
exploration.
The final frontier.
I don't even know where that's from.
Oh
Where's that from?
Star Trek.
Is it Star Trek?
Christ.
I don't watch Star Trek. dog.
Space. The final frontier.
It's pretty good.
Christ.
Also, though, I wanted to point out, like,
But if he pulls all or even really any of this shit off, no one's gonna care if he sends some off-color tweets.
yeah,
in
no,
20
you're
years.
right. No one's gonna care, and he's still. I want to know how old he is. He said
47.
He's 47, so he's under 50. The guy's under 50. Like he
Yeah.
could still hit his prime, man. He's got lots of time.
Yeah, man.
He said he wants to die on Mars. He might.
He might. He
on
probably
his
will if
way.
some of these other motherfuckers have anything to say about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let him go.
Yeah.
So,
But-
why does he stick out to you? I mean, he's a mega impressive person for a million reasons. A lot of people will just be wowed by, oh, he made all this money so young, whatever. Look at how smart he was. But you are not wowed by such things, and I know that. Because any shit band can make a lot of money young.
Not about the money.
Right.
It's not about. I mean, I love what he does. Clean energy, clean cars,
Yes.
fucking all this shit.
You fucking all this shit.
Fucking space, bro. He's doing fucking space shit. I love that shit. But it's not
Someone
even
give
that.
this man a mom job.
It's not even. I need a fucking mom job ASAP. No, but it's not even any of that shit that I like. I enjoy watching it all happen, but it's more his. I mean, I'm sure he's had self-doubt, but his way to just navigate through any kind of problem he's had, and just keep going.
So tell me how that works, because I know the constant conversation about Tesla is, well, they're not making any money, but obviously they're making some money.
Yeah, they're making money, okay, but you got to understand too, we're in a time where we're still oil dominated, and oil brings a lot of money. So I don't really trust all the facts that I hear about them, and that has to play on
Need
a
some
role.
alternative facts.
Right, I need some fake news facts. But like Elon Musk said, he was accusing big networks of signing sponsorship deals with gas car companies, and just ignoring Tesla,
Which they do.
which they do,
Yeah.
and that has a lot to do with probably sales, because a lot of people are influenced by that for some reason. I don't know, but they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So he's like a forefront, like a pioneer in this, I think.
See, and
Really
that's
bringing it to the light. He's bringing this kind of shit to the light, making it cool. Like,
absolutely
Like,
making it cool.
like,
No, you
yeah.
said it. But also, he'll never get, well, probably, I mean, again, he's still young. He probably won't get the credit for being as brave as he is, because trying to tackle something like this, I mean, he's at any given point risking all of his independent wealth, because I'm sure he's got a little bit squirreled away.
yeah, probably.
But these companies are going so hard against convention, and in a good way, in a good and necessary way that should be the logical progression of society and energy and travel.
That's what I'm saying.
It makes so much sense.
Sustainability of our way of life.
Yeah.
The other thing that really, besides his like drive to just conquer all the time. I mean, the guy said he's doing it. He's currently living his dream.
Yeah.
Right? He's doing shit.
Yeah.
It's not like he's just sitting there talking.
He's an actual warrior.
Yeah. Like, he's just like, fuck what you say, I'm still going to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, I blew up a rocket. Oh, I blew up another rocket. Oh, I blew up another rocket. I blew up 3 motherfucking rockets. I'm still going to... And NASA satellites. Bro, after that, I'd be like, I don't know if I'm going to do this anymore.
Yeah.
That's a big set of nuts.
And then he succeeds. He failed 4 times, and he succeeded.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, 3 times, and then he succeeded on his 4th. But, so beside that drive... just the fact that, like, you say you got a ton of shit going on. I got a ton of shit going on. I'm not as actively on it as you are. But think about all the shit that man has going on. Electric cars. A fucking train that's in a vacuum sealed tube that travels like 700 plus miles an hour. He's drilling holes for some reason. I don't even know. It's probably for the train.
Try to find those underworld
He's going to
civilizations.
fucking space all the time.
Revamping energy.
He fucking rebuilt rockets for so cheap. Rebuilt rocket engines. Landed rockets. The Tesla roof. The Powerwall. All the cars. This guy is doing.
Wait for my Tesla roof.
Oh yeah, right. Who's installing it? Me.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Lightweight.
But anyway, he's just doing so many big fucking things.
Yeah.
All at once, and I just like.
Wait, did you see those tweets from Ariana Huffington, who was like, "Bro, like you really need to chill."
It's like, yeah, but in his mind, he's probably like, if I fucking chill, no one else is gonna do this.
It's true, and I admire that. And you know what? Even if it is because maybe he's a shit father. Maybe he just goes home and he just cracks a beer and he's just
I don't know though, because he started that fucking
somewhere.
school, man.
No, I know, but I'm just saying he could be. So maybe like he feels better at work. He probably does if that's
Yeah, he loves working.
how much he does.
I mean, he made a rocketeering school and put all the kids in it.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
That's what I mean. The guy's badass, and he straight up said he doesn't believe in the education system. He thinks it's flawed from day one. So he put it, and any other kids that want to go and learn about this kind of shit, they're in that school.
Time to go to LA.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's my guy. That's why he's relevant. That's why he has already changed the world, and he's still changing it. He's a huge influence, whether you like him or not.
I hope that he keeps driving and is able to keep driving and no one fucking kills him.
Yes, me too.
For another 10, 15 years, because I think then he'll be firmly established. Like, as much as he's done, I think everything's really shaky. And if he were to die right now, everything would fall apart.
I agree. He's got to solidify it like concrete.
I can almost guarantee the big oil people would buy up all his patents
what I mean.
and then all disappear.
GM in the early 90s tested electric cars, and the program was a massive success, and they shut it down because of big oil.
Big oil. Yeah. So, like I said, he's a pioneer, man. Kind of, in a way.
Well,
not like
absolutely.
Like
I mean,
a commercial
pioneer.
A commercial pioneer too, in the sense of like Tesla cars and
SpaceX,
home energy and SpaceX and making all that shit just relevant. The guy's fucking doing everything, man.
If I don't give a fuck if he never gets to Mars. If he changes how we look at energy, he's like one of the top 5 humans ever.
I bet he'll do both.
Yeah, you're probably right. I bet
he'll do both. He'll go to Mars, be the first person to go to Mars, and he'll fucking change energy.
That's fucking crazy.
Anyway, so.
Yeah, baby. Elon Musk,
motherfucker.
All right,
tweeting out shit, but fucking genius.
but fixing shit at the same time.
Fixing shit.
I love it. Cool. All right.
Who's next?
You want to go, Mickey? You want me to go? I'll go. I'll go because I want to keep this. I want to keep this.
I hope I don't let you guys down. Damn, a lot of pressure on you.
You for sure will. For sure.
Okay.
So my guy is Terry Crews.
Yep.
Now, for anybody who doesn't know Terry Crews, former NFL player, often known as that big jacked black dude on a lot of movies, the one who's still alive, not Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh my God.
Actually, heard a story today when he first got to Hollywood and like started getting actual parts because he worked there. I'll get to it. Anyway, when he started getting parts, people were like, "Oh, you need to be the next Michael Clark Duncan." He's like, "I don't want to be Michael Clark Duncan," and he's nothing like him, right?
Do
They're just
people
both big and
actually
black.
get them confused?
Yeah.
How? They don't even look like each other.
Racism.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I just don't even understand that. But right.
I don't understand it either.
Like they
but
literally
look
nothing like each other
and
at
like,
all.
Terry Crews is mega fit and super jack, and Michael
And
Clark
it's
Duncan
Terry
was a big
Crews,
blob
bro.
of a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's Terry
He's
fucking
fucking
Crews.
Terry Crews. Anyway,
So-
I love that guy.
So, former NFL player,
Yeah.
actor, accomplished artist and furniture designer. Yeah, man, like this dude's rap sheet is so fucking cool. But also former like pretty much dirtbag. And this is why I think he's important, because he shows the growth. First of all, he just hit 50.
Really?
So there you go.
Damn.
So
Terry
he's,
Crews, you look great, man.
I know, man. I know, right?
Jealous.
Looks better than me. Shit. But he, I got a picture of Terry Crews in front of me for anybody listening. It's just smiling up at me, inspiring
That
me.
smile,
He's got a
too.
bouquet of roses. It's the cover of his book.
Jeez.
Yeah, baby.
I feel at peace looking at this.
I know, right? You
right?
feel charmed, don't
Like,
you?
Yeah.
And also, the book is called Manhood, so you could say, I'm holding Terry Crews' manhood.
Oh. It's a treasure.
Anyway.
I'm so moved.
So his primary achievements that most people know him for are like the Old Spice commercials. He was like Cheeseburger Eddie in The Longest Yard. But he's acted in a bunch of shit. He's a dad on Everybody Hates Chris. You know?
Oh, yeah.
But
Brooklyn
right now
Nine-Nine.
he's kind of, what's that?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
And that's what
I
I said.
had to just
That's-
have shout out to that. I love that show.
and by far his most established role. I've never actually seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, although everybody tells me I need to watch it because it breaks all the rules apparently.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's great. Like, yeah.
I'll get there. I didn't have any interest in Andy Samberg, but when I was like, oh, Terry Crews? Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm in.
He's
Yeah.
tolerable.
So he's very much established on that rock now. But I've heard, all these podcasts, all these interviews, different people talking about him, now read his book, and his life story is so wild. He flagged to my attention when I heard him on Tim Ferriss's podcast, and it was nothing like I thought it would be. Because Tim Ferriss goes after the best of the best. And Terry Crews is not the best actor. I mean, he's good and he's out there and he does his thing, but as I understand, even his role on Brooklyn Nine-Nine is he's playing himself.
Yeah, pretty
Like
much.
A
Yeah.
character of himself, right?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's entertaining for sure, 100%.
Yeah,
I
his
get what
name's
you mean.
Terry on that show, too.
Right, exactly. So, but he got some prominence with the advent of the Me Too movement. And it's like, okay, so you got a giant, intimidating, super fit black guy, as opposed to all these women who say they're being taken advantage of by Harvey Weinstein. Where does this fit? Like, if anything, you're more likely to hear some accusation against him. Well, no, because he's had shit happen to him too, like sexual abuse by other people in Hollywood. I don't know if I have to say allegedly. Anyway,
Sure. Cover your tracks, right?
but he spoke out so boldly about that and threw his support behind all these women and pretty much put a noose around his neck that has never been pulled tight, because like Hollywood's so cutthroat, and he reveals some of that in his book, but his attitude towards it is just one of constant improvement. And as you find out about his life, you realize he's always pushing. And I think that's why I can gravitate towards him, because like an Elon Musk, or I have this author who I really look up to, who is a prodigy. He wrote his first book. He published his first book at 29, instant bestseller. He was already both a Yale and a Harvard graduate at that point.
Dick.
Yeah. and taught at both.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Just an insanely intelligent person, and like the kind of guy that I like really look up to. But I'm not like that. Terry Crews' beginnings are extremely humble. He's from Flint, Michigan. Abusive household. Mother was a Jesus freak. Father was a drunk. And neither played well for him.
No.
Recovered pornography addict.
I've heard about that.
Yeah. And even saying that when you're famous is like
Yeah.
potential career suicide, because
Yeah.
people just look at you weird, right?
Yeah, right.
Everyone looks at porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
He
kind of-
used to look
Well.
at porn.
in the book, the way he always says is he acted out. So I always just picture him like dancing around with like some porn mags. Like, woo! But I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm glad he doesn't go into any detail as far as that goes.
No, and he doesn't need to, you know? Like,
Yeah, exactly. Because he's copying to it. But when he goes into all these gory details of his fucking fairly broke growing up, coming out from under an abusive father, all of the discrimination and struggle that he faced going through high school and then college, which he had to fight tooth and nail the entire time to even stay in college.
Grades and whatnot, or
no, because they didn't like him. Now he admits a lot of that is his attitude, but the deck was stacked against him off the hop, right? Because he didn't have any money.
Yeah,
and then this is also like the 80s.
Yeah,
he's black. He's but
he's from America.
Yeah, he's from America. This is America. But he had art scholarships. So before he was ever able to get by on being a big fit dude, which I'll go more into that after, he was an extremely talented artist. And you can look this stuff up. He's got a laundry list of credentials, some even in big pictures and stuff.
Wow.
Where he's worked on like either design or animation and stuff. And it's like, what? Like
That's
Terry
crazy,
Crews, like
man.
the big dude? Yeah, Terry Crews is the big dude. He's now an accomplished furniture designer.
I love that.
It's so weird. And just a seeker of self-improvement. So as you go through his life, so first he goes to art school, which is good, but you don't, it's art. You don't go anywhere with that generally, right?
Yeah.
Then he goes to college, plays college football.
Right.
Then he goes to the NFL. But what that detail, like the part of it that's usually glossed over, is he wasn't successful in the NFL. Much like The Rock,
Right.
He constantly had to fight against being cut. He was never really making big bucks, and he had a family extremely young. He married really young. And the NFL didn't really like him. So even when he got drafted the very first time out of college, they were like the college coaches didn't tell the NFL scouts who were calling where he was. That's how much they fucking hated him.
Wow.
Yeah. So they were like, oh, I don't know, find him or don't. We don't give a shit. So he almost didn't make it there. And then he just kept kind of eking by, like getting cut, put on a practice roster, getting bumped up for a game, going back down. It's really discriminatory, if not racially.
Who'd he play for?
Everybody. He played. He started on the Rams. Then he went to the Packers, played no games there. Went to the San Diego Chargers, actually played a season like on the field there.
Right.
He went to the Redskins, and I think one more team after that.
No, any Super Bowls?
No Super Bowls.
No.
He was on a Super Bowl team, but didn't get played that year.
Oh.
Doesn't he get a ring for that though, regardless? Or
No, because he didn't get on the field during games.
Right.
Yeah, so I think he was just practice squad.
I have
okay.
I have 4 here: L.A. Rams, Chargers, Redskins, and Eagles.
Eagles.
That's all it's showing me here. Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, maybe it doesn't count the Packers because he didn't. I don't know. Anyway,
I was just curious. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't even really know he was that involved with the NFL.
Yeah, and what he did when he was a kid was he set goals by acknowledging that he wanted to be involved in entertainment, but that would never get him out of Flint. So his first legit job, like where he wasn't like doing odd jobs and chores and shit, was he was a sketch artist for a murder case in Flint.
God damn
Yeah,
it.
it was weird, right? But he was legit good at art.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But then he says, all right, I got to use this football thing to get out of here because like I'm big and fit. Cool. So he does that. Then that bombs. And he's like mega depressed. This is why I like dudes like Terry Crews and The Rock, because they, even if it's later, even if it's after the fact, they're these big, charming, happy guys with all the success in the world, and they'll tell you, I had nothing.
Yeah.
I was shit. I acted like shit. I
They
treated
ate shit,
people like
the whole
shit.
thing.
And they'll really cop to it like that. So this is where I start to move towards him, because he's talking about how he came up from this, doing things like reading self-help books. Now, I don't generally go in for what is called self-help, but there's somewhere in the middle there now where it's not quite biography and it's not quite self-help, but it just says like, here's how I did it. you know?
Right. Like
Sure.
my story.
Yeah. Like even Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Workweek, for example, that book has just a ton of tips, and you could use some or none of them, but it's an option, right?
Right.
So Terry Crews is always fucking with all these self-help books, trying to get better, you know? So football bombs, he goes to Hollywood, and he's got nothing. And he's trying to live in one of the most expensive cities in the fucking country,
Yeah.
right?
Shit.
Yeah.
And then he realizes, like, I can't keep living like this. So he swallows his pride, starts taking like shit jobs. He's pushing a broom. He's doing filing. Eventually lands work as a security guard on big pictures. So technically he would be in the credits for those pictures.
Ah, awesome.
Yeah, right? And then some people start spotting him, and they're like, man, you should be in front of the camera. And he's like, fucking I know.
I know, man. Like, look at me.
So we got on this show called Battle Dome. That was kind of like American Gladiators.
I remember that show.
Did you watch Battle Dome?
Like, I've never watched it religiously, but I think I've seen fucking episodes.
I've never seen it. I just saw some stills while I was looking all this up, and it looks ridiculous. They gave him like his character was like this blown out caricature of all gangster rap stereotypes put together.
Geez, yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny. But that didn't last. It was just, another step. So then it gets to the Terry Crews we've all seen. He was actually in a movie with Arnold.
No shit, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, fuck. I want to say it was End of Days. Mickey, look that up for
Yep,
me.
doing that.
But anyway, so that took, and then people started really liking his energy. And then he got to be the Terry Crews we all know and love, like White Chicks,
Oh, yeah.
Longest Yard. And then I think it was on the set of Longest Yard, he met Chris Rock, who decided he wanted him to play the dad in Everybody Hates Chris, which
Right.
is about Chris Rock's life.
The 6th day.
The 6th day. So not End of Days. That's where I'm getting tied up there. Anyway. Anyway. Yeah, and then it was off to the races from there. So now he's celebrity. We see him in the Old Spice commercials, which are like the
Hilarious
best
and-
fucking commercials
man,
ever,
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much. Muscles!
Gold, man. Just gold.
Yeah.
Just fucking pure gold.
It's like, what do you call Super Bowl commercials all year round.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously.
pretty much.
So, how does Terry Crews change the world?
Yeah.
Terry Crews changes the world with moral courage. Terry Crews changes the world with wisdom and self-effacing wit. Terry Crews changes the world by changing stereotypes about men. We talked about this a couple episodes ago, obviously. But the more and more I don't even want to say read about it, because honestly, it gets to a point where you're just reading too much. I don't need this many people's input. But the more and more I just contemplate all of the aspects of toxic masculinity, the more I realize how much this is at the root of so much bullshit. I'll give an example. He talks about being creative in art and how it's such a competitive aspect, right? Like, you got to do better.
Sure.
But when he succeeded, he wasn't thinking creatively. He was thinking collaboratively. It was when he was trying, like with the furniture thing and everything.
Right.
He's trying to work with people, and he said that inspired. Now, could this podcast right here kind of be an example of that? Like, if we came in here trying to be better than each other, I mean, we'd have another fucking Kenny versus Spenny. I hate that show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
No, yeah. Working,
Mickey versus Slicky.
Yeah. I'd say it definitely is an example of that.
But I don't have any problem with competition, but he just reframes it, right?
Yeah.
So you start looking at it like, instead of how can I be better than this guy, how can I get better and also pull this guy up, and then he can pull me up. And it's just, I struggle with positivity. So when I find out that someone who's doing so well also had all these, first of all, odds against him, and that it kind of makes you ashamed for feeling bad about yourself, right?
Yeah.
He's like, 22, father of like 2 or 3 kids at the time, married, no steady
Damn,
work.
eh?
Options are go back to Flint and live with abusive parents, or just leave. And he actually just leaves. Like, that's fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
I look up to people like that.
Did he bring his family with him? Like, did they go with him?
Oh yeah, he dragged them all over the country.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I can't imagine him just like,
Jesus.
peace.
No,
He must
no,
have brought
no,
everybody.
no. But it's just
Is he still married?
oh yeah, same woman.
Oh, it is the same woman.
Same woman all this time. And she actually, like, their oldest daughter was hers by a different guy. Like
Sure.
really, I think they met when they were 18 or something.
Right. Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't even have
Goodness.
friends from when I was 18.
Damn.
You know?
You're hollow. I'm just.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Wow,
You're
that
not
made me a
wrong.
little sad.
I knew you when like I was like not that age. Never mind. Nothing. I thought maybe, and then I realized no.
but the way that he addresses all of these problems and is willing to talk about them like openly, like he'll come up and be like, you hear the term dog eat dog world, but dogs don't eat other dogs, addressing that competition versus collaboration thing, right? And another thing he said on Tim Ferriss's podcast, you know, the American attitude is we don't negotiate with terrorists, but all your life you're negotiating with people who have power over you.
Yeah.
And it's sort of
So
a
true.
play the game thing.
Play the game to beat the game.
Yeah, you got to play to win, right?
Yeah. He's a prime example of it, though.
He's a prime
Well,
example
yeah.
of
But
it
he's
because he
also-
swallowed his pride 1,000,000 times to get where he was.
But he's also a prime example of like a really fit masculine man, looking masculine man,
Exactly.
Yeah, but
who's super self-reflective on things that has happened, like, you know, and he uses that to
Right.
get to where he can go.
Which I
Right.
think is just so important that he can see that. He goes like, this is my appearance and what I give off.
Yeah.
But watch me change those stereotypes.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
that's-
because like
you're right.
that dude walks up to you in an alley, you are gonna shrink, but let that
Shrink?
beaming smile come out, and
Yeah.
you're gonna just light up the world.
Do
right?
I get a hug?
Yeah,
too?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Shit, you can have my wallet. I'm not robbing you, but I just love that smile.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Well,
Shit.
that was one of the things, right? Suppression was an aspect of toxic masculinity, and so he's outgrown that now. And
Right.
it's just if I think of that as a real problem with the world, which I do, I can't help but think of him as like a real motivator for good and opposite of it. Also, his dedication to fitness for basically all of his life. Like this man, when he was 5 years old, gave himself a hernia from lifting.
Oh my God.
Legit.
Shit.
I mean, he is one, like, you could make statues of him.
Yeah, you could.
You know what I mean?
And they
Like,
should.
They should. All gold. Yeah, he's great. I think he's super important in the moral evolution of, I don't know, society. Like males, especially integrating into society. Like, you'd never think he's an artist. I'm sorry. The
No.
first thing you'd think of, if you just because of all stereotypes and bullshit built into society that's just been integrated into our fucking brains, there's no way you would think Terry Crews is a fucking artist. And then when you
No,
heard it,
of course not.
you just be like, "You're fucking stupid." That guy probably punches people in the head.
Yeah.
And then you realize, like, and then you see him with, like, he probably wears glasses and he's just like sketching on this dope ass desk, and it probably looks fantastic.
Yeah, man.
So
I think
for-
he's the real deal as
Oh,
far
yeah.
as that goes.
Oh no, for sure he is. I'm just saying, like, just like moral. He's like a moral compass.
Yeah.
For men who
like
wanna
like
just
a
be real men.
correcting moral compass.
Yeah, guys
Yeah.
who want to like get out of that shitty fucking loop and cycle, or guys who realize you're in that and you're like, I need to break free. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And then you go and do your own path, but somebody else's path, like Terry Crews,
Yeah.
can help you.
Yeah,
right?
you don't need to follow someone else's example, but
Right.
if you find out that there are other people in the world who feel that way in those situations, like he talks in his book about his NFL teammates, everything they like every time they went to a new city, strip club, first thing they do. We hit in the titty bar. And he didn't want to do that. Well, I've never liked a fucking strip club either, but I've gone to a few of them,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't really have any proud answers to why I did it, you know?
No, I was
Mick,
blackout.
I have never been to one in my life.
Good for you. Don't
Never
go.
been to one. I don't want to go. A few times my friends like, let's go. I go, nah, I'm good, bro.
It's just,
It's not for me.
You hit it from whatever angle you want. Is it disrespectful with women? Hey, sex work is real work. I support that. But it's weird.
It is.
It's just a thing
weird.
on display. You know?
It's weird.
It's really fucking
It's
weird.
like,
And then what
for
are you gonna do?
people
Go
who-
sit around with your bros with your dicks hard? I don't.
Yeah, like I don't get that. I didn't get that. Okay,
I feel
funny
awkward
story.
right now with mine.
Real quick here. Real quick side story here about strip clubs and male toxic masculinity. Yeah, let's go to the strip club. Okay, yeah, it's old slick, you know.
Yeah.
1.5 or 2.0, whatever.
Okay.
So I'm there, and everyone's loving their life, and I'm just like, get me another fucking beer, because I am not drunk enough for this bullshit. And I'm just questioning everything, like, why is that person doing that right now? Why, like, what made you want to be here? Then they bought me a lap dance. This is where I gotta light my cigarette. So I go into the little private area with the chick.
Yes.
She starts doing this stuff, and I don't even I'm a guy. I don't even like makeup on girls. Like, I don't think that's like the whole, you know, as strippers do all their stripper stuff. Like, it actually doesn't turn me on.
Okay.
So she's doing all this shit, trying to be sexy, and I'm just like, listen, like trying to get her attention, really awkward because I'm
Excuse me,
smashed.
miss?
I literally go, I don't want to do this. I don't want to lap dance. Why don't you sit down and we can talk? And we literally talk for 20 minutes.
Okay.
Whatever they
That's
bought me
cool.
for.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I walked out, and that's like that's the best strip club story. Every other strip club, I just sat there awkwardly, like just watching my phone. But I thought it was hilarious because I just couldn't buy into it. I was just like, this is fucking retarded.
Well, in
I
fairness,
can't say that. This is stupid. Sorry.
In fairness, we did make an attempt once after many a beverage.
Oh, many a beverage, and then but we walked in and we're like,
We
oh,
walked
this
in and
was,
literally walked right back out.
This is a horrible idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which it was. It was.
I feel it was a growing experience for both of us.
It is, and I'm sure he would be the one to tell you, yeah, you got to go through those like things to find,
Probably, bro.
you know.
Can I tell a strip club story?
Of course.
Absolutely.
So I was, shall we say, seeing a girl, wherever that fits
At the
in the
strip
metric.
club?
No. Although, also dated a stripper before.
Oh.
Didn't go in there while she was. Yeah. Anyway, not important.
Yeah.
Not my strip
Not
club
I want
story.
to hear that.
Are you
later.
Not my
kidding
strip
me?
club story.
Oh, jeez.
So I was seeing a girl, and it was St. Patrick's Day, and she was like hype on the rippers. She's like, "Oh yeah, I love girls. They're so sexy and everything." And I'm like, when girls talk this shit, I kind of fucking tune out because it could be completely legit. Like, you might be fully bisexual. I know they say girls kind of play with that spectrum more. I think it's because girls are just sexier as a rule. It's like, so it's easier to acknowledge even objectively.
Right.
But she wants to go to Rippers. So we were at another bar, and we met some people who apparently had some business ties to this strip club. And I thought she knew them because I wasn't like super close to this girl. We'd been on a handful of dates.
Right.
And so I'm like, oh, okay. So now we're standing outside. We're on fucking OLED Avenue.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Terrible times there.
And she's like, oh, we're going to the strip club. All right. And I went, and I didn't, even then I knew, I was like, I do not want to do this. This is awkward. I don't like it. Even the fucking beer is too much money. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah.
So
You think it'd be cheap?
the one lady was like, no. The one lady was like, oh, I can get you guys in for free. Here's me. I didn't even know that you had to pay to get in.
Right. Like, oh, sure.
So in we go. So now we're sitting in the fucking like lounge area, whatever. I don't know. And the girl I'm seeing gets a girl to come over and like start dancing like for kind of our crowd. And she's like hopping laps over her and her sister and then the people who got us in and all this. I was like, oh, I don't want to fucking be here. So I take
Nightmare.
So I take my coat off and I set it on the chair. Brand new coat, mind you.
Ooh, big mistake.
Oh, I remember this.
It's
now.
now you know. So it's St. Patrick's Day. So everybody's all around and everything. And she gets up and goes to the bathroom with the girl who got us. I shouldn't say girl, like an older lady who got us in.
Right.
And I was like just sitting there. So here's me, single guy, by myself, at a Ripper. I got purse beside me because the girl told me to watch her purse. And I just look like prey.
Oh yeah.
All these strippers are for sure looking at me like, there's some money.
Yeah.
So a couple came over, talking to me, chatting me up. Eventually, I'm looking at my fucking phone like, where is this bitch? Like,
Right.
I don't know how long it had been. It'd been a while. Go back to the fucking VIP because the one girl takes me back there. She's like, I'll just give you, do you want to go upstairs? Well, I wasn't super familiar, but I knew what that meant.
Jesus.
No, I do not want to go upstairs. So we go into the little room, and she like starts to dance and then just sits down. Like she's just exhausted. And then for 40 minutes, I heard a cokehead's problems at 100 miles an hour. I don't think I processed a single word of it. I just kept nodding.
terrible.
Didn't see my phone ringing. Left the girl's purse on the fucking... Whoop, whoop. Her purse was still there.
Jacket's gone.
My jacket was gone. My brand new fucking jacket was gone. And then I also fucked all that thing up with that girl who, in hindsight, I should just left it fucked up anyway. But that was the last time I spent more than 5 seconds in a strip club. And I was like, yes, this is never going to happen again.
I mean, besides you going with a female, the only difference between our stories is that I asked for the story and you just got it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, I asked her to sit down and talk.
And sit
I
down
talked
and
about her
talk.
life, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And you just got it without even asking.
She kept being like, shall we say, making me offers. And I'm like, I don't have any money. It's in my jacket.
And that's
Go
why the
figure,
jacket's
right?
gone.
Right.
But she's like, no, it's okay. Like, you're cute. We'll just... I'm like, oh, no.
I got a better story about a stripper,
Oh, my God, what?
but I don't know if I should tell it.
Why?
All right. I'll sum it up real quick.
After a dart.
No, during the dart.
During a dart.
During a dirt.
Me and a buddy. Sad, dark, lonely, drunk times. Go to a strip club. Bad decision. I don't even get to dance. He does. Then we just start talking to the stripper. She says, "Oh, you guys seem pretty cool. You want to hang out?" We are blasted at this time, so we're like, "Sure, why not?"
Yeah.
She wasn't even like attractive, man. We were just fucking drunk. So we go back to my house that I owned at the time. We hang out with her, drink with her, smoke with her, all this crap. And at the end of the night, when she's waiting for her ride, she says, "That'll be $500.
Oh.
What?
And I'm like, "For what?" And she's like, "Well, for my time." And I'm like, "We didn't agree to this. I just thought you wanted to hang out with us. Like,
Yeah,
wasn't paying for your fucking friendship. We just drank you up and smoked you up and everything."
Yeah, it's like, fuck
And
that.
like, I was already not in a good state mentally. So this put me over the fucking edge.
Oh
So
my
I'm
God.
like, I'm not giving this girl $500. Then I think about the repercussions and people she might know
And
and
I know
people
where you
things
live.
I have, and now she knows where. I'm like, fuck. Walk my ass to the bank,
No.
get $500.
No.
Walk home,
Stop.
give her $500.
Oh my
she
God.
leaves. I am fucking pissed. I am going off the walls at this is 5 a.m. My buddy's there trying to calm me down, trying to talk me, but it's okay, man. It's only money. You can make that money back. It's fine. Doing all the right things, trying to help me out. I just I took a glass and I fucking just chucked her right at the bulkhead that was on my kitchen, put a hole right through it,
Wow.
exploded everywhere.
You know
I think I
that-
threw another one too in a different wall or cupboard or something. I threw 3 glasses and broke them. It was not a good night. That was a bad experience.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking strippers, eh?
Fuck, man. What the fuck is
I mean,
that
I try
shit?
not to anymore.
Like, I actually have I have anxiety right now thinking about
Anyway,
that.
strippers aren't really changing the world, but Mickey, tell us who else has changed.
Okay,
or is
hold on.
changing.
Let me
well,
wrap on Terry
oh,
Crews.
we're wrapping. Sorry,
I
we got-
just want to conclude that because
So
we
we
sort
got-
of got off track
yeah.
there. But the whole idea is he even in those times had the nuts to just step outside. So he would go along with these crazy trips and just not involve himself. And even that I think can be enough. Like, so many times I did shit in my younger years where if someone would have been like, "Yo, man, I'm gonna not do this. You want to come not do this with me?" Oh my God, that would have been a lifeline.
I know, right?
You know? So if I can fucking hang out with some buds and record a bullshit podcast,
Right.
then I will do that over getting
Going and
blasted.
getting blasted.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I
Yeah.
try to tell people now is I still see people, and a lot of my friends have calmed down, and the ones who haven't, I don't really see anymore. But even the guys that calm down and stuff, I'm like, "Yo, why don't we go do this?" Instead of
like
you
a
going
thing.
and wasting money, time, and probably
Yeah.
doing or saying something remotely stupid or really fucking stupid.
Right.
And we can just go do some productive things.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Yeah, productive thing. Exactly.
You know?
So, summary, Terry Crews is the absolute fucking guy.
yes,
I want him to be my dad and also to replace Mickey on this podcast.
that is the ultimate goal of this podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
I hope he never hears this.
That's the stretch goal. If
We gotta
anyone
tag
ever
him
asks,
like 150 times on Instagram.
if anyone ever, yeah, I will. If anyone ever asks, like, or is curious, like, why do you guys do this? To get Terry Crews on here.
I just
That's
wanna
it.
sit in
That's
a
the
room with him.
only fucking reason.
And to
Talk
get
to-
Mickey off. As soon as they ask me to come on
Yeah.
the show, they're going, this is a
Do
mistake.
you even
No, that was the
understand what
goal.
you just said? Our whole goal is to get Mickey off.
Yeah.
With a mom job? Ow! Ow!
I gotta stop
I don't
saying
know. I don't know
things.
if we can.
Tag mom
Let's
job.
hear what Mickey has to say then.
All right, Mickey.
And we'll
So,
decide if we want to get him off or not. With a mom job.
who changed the world, buddy? Who is changing the world? Who is this
He
person?
changed the world.
Ooh, history.
We're going back.
People
Bit of a
story.
lesson for us?
Maybe not necessarily a lesson, just more. Yeah, sure, it's a fucking lesson.
Yeah, buddy.
So mine is Henri Dunant,
Do not.
Henry Dunant,
Dunant.
which is again a really very French name, but he's born in Geneva, Switzerland.
Oh, well, there's
all right.
lots of French there.
Yeah, lots of French there.
I don't know.
So this is a person who really came from, I don't want to say humble beginnings, but his parents weren't super well off, but they did okay. But it was what they did which really molded this person into what he became. His dad worked with orphans and parolees, and his mom worked with the sick and the poor. And they both advocated for humanitarian and pushing for social work, like things to do in the community. Time frame. We'll start when he was born in 1828. So we're in the
shit.
1800s here.
Wow. Okay.
So, growing up, he in a religious family, and I guess in Switzerland, Calvinism is
Yes.
a big religion.
Right.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, neither have I until this, and it's a reformed tradition of Christian.
Yeah, it's a
practice.
flavor of Christianity,
Yeah,
like
and
a more extreme form of
They
Protestantism.
don't like being called Calvinists. Apparently, they like to be called Reformists.
What?
Yeah, reformist is a happier term. So, in his youth, he always did stuff with the Calvinist church, stuff like that. But at 18, he joined the Geneva Society of Almsgiving, which I could find very little on. There wasn't really much kind of going on. It was like a charitable,
alms
social
is like-
work,
right.
Yeah. And then from there, with some of the guys that he did that with, he founded the so-called Thursday Association.
Is that appreciation for the band Thursday?
Well, if no,
It's like War All
I
the
was
Time
actually-
is one of my favorite albums.
I was hoping it was maybe an appreciation for Thor, but it wasn't.
Ah, yes, indeed.
It was honestly just a group of guys who met for Bible study. Okay, whatever. But then would go out and help the poor every
okay.
week.
Okay.
Okay. And also during this time, he would spend his free time doing prison visits and social work, like really helping these people out.
Okay.
And again, he's 18, doing all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. So he just
So,
wanted to.
virgin for sure.
Oh, most likely. So, jumping forward a little bit, and also it's kind of surprised me at how old this association is. In 1852, he founded the Geneva chapter of the YMCA.
What?
Right? What? Right?
Was that the first chapter?
No. This is just the Geneva chapter. So the first Geneva chapter.
So this had already been around.
Apparently, yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. The YMCA.
The village people were rocking that far back.
They were doing gay shit a long time ago.
Yeah, baby.
So after that, he's kind of going like trying to get a job, trying to do some work.
Mm-hmm.
He worked for a financial company, and that he created actually. So not only did he get a job, he's also a business person.
Right.
But during that time, there was an issue with some land issue with French occupied Algeria.
Okay.
So he this is to set up really what kind of pushed him towards what we will find out soon what he did. So he had to go. He decided to go. I'm going to go right to the top. And at the time, that was Napoleon III, who is Napoleon's nephew, which I thought was weird. Why is he the third if he's his nephew? But whatever. So he went right to him like, we're gonna
Because
short.
there was probably a son
Oh yeah, I guess so.
or a brother. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, someone loved him enough in his family to go, "You're the third Napoleon." And at that time, his headquarters was in Solferino, where there was a really bad battle against Austria.
Okay.
So when he got there, 32,000 dead, dying, and wounded. Little attempt to care for them. They're just kind of like, well, sorry, this is what war is.
I think I know where this is going.
So, I think you do, but maybe not at the same time.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right. There's a lot I don't know.
So he took it upon himself to organize the civilian population. So first of all, he's going to Napoleon III to ask for help. But before he does that, he's like, there's a lot of shit going on. We need to fix this.
Okay.
Organize the civilian population, mostly women. Didn't say why particularly, but I think later, like, I'll get to that. I think I know why, but it doesn't matter. It does matter, but it doesn't matter. So to provide assistance to the injured and sick soldiers of both sides. Okay. So lacking sufficient supplies, though, he organized and purchased all they needed from them. And
On his own dime?
on his own dime.
Fuck.
And then also put up makeshift hospitals.
Jeez.
So, and then he also...
I'd be donating to charity at the register thinking I'm all that. Oh, yeah. Put $2 on it.
$250. $250 today.
He, and then also, while he was there, he managed to allow the release of Austrian doctors from French capture.
Okay. Yeah.
So then after that, he did get the land rights, but that fizzled. It was his business, and then that kind of took care of itself.
Right.
So after that experience, he wrote a book in 62 about his experience, and it was very positively received. Like he did it out of his own fucking dime again. And there's 1,600 copies made, and after I saw it, I was like, "Oh, I want one of those." And he handed them out to all these very well-established, high-ranking, whether they be political figures or military figures.
Okay.
And where was I? Oh, and noted in the book, which is what a lot of people really took from it, which is I thought interesting that even the military figures took liking to it. That in the book he says he wants to push for a future neutral organization that should exist to provide care to wounded soldiers.
Okay.
Okay, so that was handed out. Yeah. So, the president of the Geneva Society for Public Welfare, Gustav Moynier. I don't know. I'm gonna butcher fucking names.
Sure.
There's gonna be some
man.
There's gonna be some name drops, but again, not for any reason, but more so just to humanize these people because they're
Right.
all very amazing people. He made Dunant's book the topic of the February 9th, 63 meeting for the Geneva Society of Public Welfare, and it was so positively received that Moynier and Dunant decided to form this society with two other people, a Swiss Army general, Henri Dufour, and two doctors, Louis Appia and Theodore, again, French name, I'm not even going to try and...
It's probably Theodore.
Actually, it's got an accent.
Theodore.
Anyways, and on that...
I'm uncultured.
On that day, it was considered the founding date of the International Committee of the Red Cross.
Boom!
Ooh.
Is that what you thought?
Yeah.
Woo.
Okay. I'm glad you jumped on that. But what else did this man do?
Oh, shit.
Oh,
there's
man, he
more?
did more?
Yeah, this is why I love this guy. So,
I see that boner.
so in the years to follow, Moynier and Dunant would have increasing disagreements, though, like really bad. Moynier was more the realistic person, while Dunant was the visionary. So
Okay.
it's like, oh, we need to do this, we need to do all these big things, and Moynier's like, shut the fuck up, we can't do that. There's no fucking way. Straight up.
Yeah.
And through that, he even started kind of going behind his back, saying, Dunant's this, Dunant's that. So he actually got him.
These guys needed an Elon Musk.
Where was so they had disagreements. Moynier would make sure Dunant's roles were minor in every sort of event or whatever they put together.
Okay.
And also pushing for Moynier's own leadership of the Red Cross, which he ended up getting. But not only was the Red Cross their baby, the first Geneva Convention was set up
Oh, no shit.
by that committee. The very first signing of the Geneva Convention, 12 states agreed to it. But fucking the guy running the Red Cross, Moynier, what he made Dunant do, the only thing he was in charge of is organizing accommodations for the attendees.
Well, that's kind.
The fucking visionary behind pretty much the Geneva Convention. He's like, yeah, make sure everyone's fed and has a place to sleep. What a prick.
What a douchebag.
Yeah.
So-
that sounds like a real big dick bag.
So, and through that, again, a visionary, always helping people at his own expense. Over the years, his humanistic ideals led to bankruptcy. Go figure. A few
Usually
of it,
does.
Well, like a lot of the people on the not panels, also running the company. What would you call those people?
Board?
On the board. Kick, like, nope, you're out. You're done. The company's ours because you're running it into the ground with.
Do those people ever not suck?
No, it doesn't seem to be. He was removed from the committee, which is the Red Cross, in 1868. So he made it in 63, and he was kicked out in 68.
Wow.
Just to really again, he's not all, smelling of roses. He did a little when he was going bankrupt. He kind of did some sneaky things, but again, he was desperate. He tried to make sure he didn't go bankrupt and lose everything and not be able to
sometimes you
keep
suck
doing.
dick for coke, whatever.
Happens. Man.
And then in 68 again, his mother died. And then also in that same year, he was expelled from the YMCA, which he brought to Geneva. And then he said, I'm out. He left Geneva and never returned. He never went back to Geneva after that.
Okay.
So, and after that, he was destitute. He was very meager living, and he still did all this humanitarian work, though. He'd find ways, he'd organize people. That's what he was really good at, getting people together to find those common goals and fixing things. He was also one of two, because it was shared for whatever reason. Well, actually, it's because these people are just, they were so amazing. The first ever Nobel Prize winner in 1901.
He set that up?
No, he was the first winner of it. So
Oh, he's the first.
Oh, wow.
shit.
for his role with the Red Cross and initiating the Geneva Convention.
He
Fuck
finally
me
got
all.
recognition.
Yeah, really.
In 1901.
Yeah.
But
He's still alive?
Dunant,
Yeah.
who was born in 1828.
Oh.
So no?
No.
Okay.
No. He did.
He's long gone.
I mean, it's not
So
crazy.
from that, he okay. So at this point, even when he won, his debtors were still trying to collect from this guy. They wanted. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what that did to his fucking mental state in a moment. But he received 104,000 Swiss francs, which he never spent, but they were put into an account which the debtors couldn't collect on. But
cool.
When he died, it all went to people who cared for him in his elder years and charitable causes. Go fucking figure, right?
Yeah, perfect.
So in his final years, really leading up to it, he became depressed and paranoid from how much that gentleman from before, Moynier, was practically ruining his fucking life.
What a fuck bag.
To the
Guy's a
point
fuck bag.
that at the place he was staying at, it was an old age home, essentially.
Right.
He would make his cook come into his room and taste the food in front of him. He was pointing. He's like, "Oh, fucking Moyer's after me, or my
gonna
creditors are
poison
after me. They're trying
yeah.
to fucking kill me." So, and then later he also attacked Calvinism and organized religion generally. Didn't agree with it. Was like, this isn't helping.
Like all intelligent people
Yeah.
eventually do.
So then he died October 30th, 1910. And
He
his-
was alive.
So he was alive, you dingus.
Oh, in 1901. I thought you meant
Yeah.
like today. I'm like,
I was
what the
like-
fuck? I'm sorry. I told.
Oh, for fuck's
I thought you were
sake.
being silly.
I'm thinking
So-
he's dead, and
No,
then
no.
you're saying he got money for winning and
No, no,
shit.
he-
I'm
Yeah,
like,
no,
I'm sorry.
so he lived to like almost 80.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
his, and this was kind of sad because
oh man.
shortly before this, or shortly after this, after he died, the First World War happened.
Yeah.
And I guess he was kind of seeing where the world was going because he said, "Where has humanity gone?" Those were his final words.
Yeah, but that's like people say it today.
True, but this is a guy who set up the Red Cross and the Geneva Convention.
he
who's
did
going
shit.
like, what the fuck is happening? Like, what everything that I've strived for, and yet, like, why aren't people waking up and seeing that this is the future? This is what we can do. You know what I mean? That's what I think his head was.
All
at.
right.
And then 2 months later, Moiner died.
There's no justice.
No. So and they never reconciled. Never.
It's like me and you.
We never reconcile.
We still hate
Per
each
his
other.
wishes, he was buried without ceremony in Zurich, and donated whatever he had left to secure what he called a free bed in the nursing home where he was at. So always there will be
open for
for
somebody.
a poor citizen of the region. And now for the what I said earlier about organizing the women only, mostly women, sorry. Notable mentions: he wrote about and would advocate women's rights throughout all his humanitarian feats.
Wow.
And then in 1897, facilitated the founding of a Green Cross women's organization, which is still around today.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. It's
I
not,
never-
I was like,
shit.
fuck, Green Cross.
Fuck is the Green
it's
Cross?
small, but it really focuses on like women's rights
Right.
at the same level of like a Red Cross sort of thing.
Huh.
That's crazy. That guy did a ton of shit.
Yeah.
Mickey, that was a wild good find. I did
Yeah.
not think it was
Oh.
going to be that good.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah, for real. I had very
damn, bro.
little faith.
He again, like I had to research because when we started the idea for this, I said I have no idea. I don't look up to anybody on that kind of level on a daily basis, or I don't think I've ever been moved by so much by somebody. So I actually had to research who's done
Right.
something good. And I also, before I even delved too much into this, I looked into the Red Cross, where it is today, with how you see all these other kind of organizations are not really doing what they should be, particularly like UNICEF and shit like that, or
Yeah.
finding out they're not giving everything. The Red Cross is still doing very well, which is good. They're
cool.
still. They're
I mean,
not,
I've heard these accusations against the Red Cross.
they have like religious roots, but on the whole, they do well.
No, not even the religiosity, like the donation percentages and shit like that.
Oh.
I don't know if they're true. It's
No,
just
from what I found, like there's not a lot of shit on them right now. I could be wrong, but I looked through it. Like they're still pretty awesome today.
okay.
What was I gonna say? Oh shit. Oh, why
I thought you were gonna tell me like he invented Crocs or something, which is why you look up
And
to him.
Under Armour.
Crocs and Under Armour, my new uniform.
Swag.
Yeah, but I found myself kind of looking at him going, I wish I could do stuff like that. Like I don't do it on. Don't think I could do it on the scale that he did it. I'm not really much for. I guess he had the church to kind of get him started.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do that. They get together with people from the church and they do good things. I have such a bad taste in my mouth with those sort of organizations that I don't want to be part of them, period.
Right.
So for mine to be able to get together and go, oh, hey, let's do these things. And
So just
make
start a
things
Facebook
better.
group, bro.
I tried that. Believe it or not, I tried that before Fresh and I worked together. I had an idea that just fell right on its face and nobody wanted to do anything to do with me.
What was the idea though?
The idea was to gather clothing for poor people, for people who need clothes. Really,
Like coats for kids type deal?
kind of, but I guess. But my idea was buy one, give one free. I said anytime there's a sale where it's buy one, get one free, you take the free one and you give it up. Like, why not?
Right.
You
So
got
if
it
you
for free
buy
anyways.
a new coat, you just give the free one away.
Yeah, give it to the organization, but nobody jumped on the back of that.
Doesn't
Yeah, probably.
Toms do that? Like the shoes, those
You,
really
yeah, you
ugly
buy
Something like
you
that.
buy.
shoes?
Well, theirs is, if I'm not mistaken, you buy shoes and then they donate a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
yeah, is it the same thing, or
Well,
am I missing it?
No, I guess it's the same thing, but mine is just more so. I guess local.
Right,
Windsor,
right.
Ontario. Buy it, bring it here. We'll organize it together, and then we'll donate it to whatever shelter needs it the most. Because you always need as much as they need food. I understand that, but fucking gets cold in Windsor.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
There's every once in a while they'll have a drive at the grocery store for food, and I double my bill those days. I fucking load shit up, like take all the
Sure.
all the preservables shit and like
Right.
dry grains and everything that'll last forever. And I just fucking pile them up, put them in the back of that. It's usually a cop car or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I forget about it for a fucking year. We should really like do something regularly.
Yeah. Like,
At work, when we have extra food from functions, they used to just fucking throw it all out. And like the place I work at, the higher ups are pretty religious. So I was like, why aren't we giving this to the mission? And now they do that every time since
Right.
I said that.
That's fucking tits.
Yeah,
Like that's great.
But I didn't do shit. You know what I mean? Like I think I don't know.
No, but even Denon, like maybe
We should organize
on the
We
same,
should.
Yeah, I would say like that's on the same level as Denanto. You see a problem, go just fucking fix it. Do this, and they're like, oh, we have that power. We'll do it.
I think
It's like an advisor.
the beauty of that guy is like the only way you know you're really doing a good thing is if the person can't do something back for you. Maybe I didn't phrase that right, but you know what I mean? Like that's what charity is. Charity isn't doing something for someone and like putting a favor in your pocket for later.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
doing
yeah.
something for someone who can't do
Like
anything
you already
back
know,
for
like
you.
this guy ain't gonna help me out
Yeah.
anyway, but I'm gonna still help him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it really means. That's fucking
100%,
amazing,
man.
bro.
Yeah, I
He's like a pure humanitarian.
Seriously,
He
though.
Somebody
he
who really
seemed to
lives
be.
for others.
Again, like he had a little bit of that kind of sneaky stuff, but he was losing everything.
Not
Like,
everyone's
he got
perfect, dude.
desperate and whatever, man. Like when you're fucking desperate and losing everything,
and you
your
started the
livelihood?
fucking Red Cross.
Dude, I bet he wore women's underwear.
No, why not?
Because like people like that always have weird quirks, right?
Probably sound like
like when
that.
they look so good on paper, there's always something strange.
Actually, I'll even show you how good he looks.
If you have that picture, I'm walking out right
No,
now.
with women's underwear.
I'm staying.
There you go. He's a classy looking motherfucker.
Oh, look at that!
Let's see.
Look at that guy. Woo!
Oh my! Is that why you picked him? Because of the beard?
No. I read through it just to figure out what everything he was.
Those
are
are
like
some
chops,
mighty mutton
man.
chops.
Yeah. And, actually, and they show him.
Gosh
at
darn.
1901 when he won his Nobel Prize.
Oh, look at
Still
that! That's
fucking
my
smiling.
dude.
Look at that.
That's my dude.
He,
And
he looks
awesome
like
beard.
He looks like a wizard, bro.
Yeah, that's what he looks like. Gandalf
He
does
looks
in
like
my
a
head.
prophet.
Yeah, no, he went through a whole fucking shitstorm of horrible things happening to him one after the other, and he still said, "You know what? I'm not doing this for me. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for everybody who needs help."
Yeah.
That's and the Red Cross to this day still. I mean, I know there's all this political bullshit, but they are more or less apolitical. Like they still walk into the middle of war zones.
Yeah.
Right.
That's fucking insane, man. So I guess there's still people like that, right? Because there's still people
they're
working for the Red Cross.
Definitely still people like that.
I read a book called Emergency. This book will save your life. It's kind of like on survival preparedness and everything. But one of the things he does, and he says it makes him feel like a better person, is he joins up with the Red Cross disaster relief.
Dang.
So he gets all trained up to be kind of like a first responder.
Right.
Wow.
Because they teach you that in situations like that, no one will be there fast enough. Literally, no one will be there fast enough
No.
to help you. So you if you are prepared, if you are the one person on a train who's prepared for a train to derail, like you've changed the situation for the better immeasurably.
Right.
So they're always talking about all these different things you can do to help out. And I got all geared up after I read that. I went down to the Red Cross and I registered. And honestly, I kind of got discouraged by all the paperwork and the bureaucracy of it all.
Yeah.
I never did follow through with that. And now
Oh,
you telling me about this amazing specter of humanity, I'm just like, fuck, I suck.
I fucking blow.
No, but you know what though? Like he's almost he had that vision like Elon Musk. He goes, "This is what I'm going to do." But he was almost cradled into it with his parents too. And
Yeah.
one thing I was thinking of is really what kind of world can we create for the future if we mold our young people to think things like that? Obviously, fucking the Red Cross and the Geneva Convention. And again, he came from not.
Jeez, that's just so wild.
You know what I mean? Like he came from modest means to a degree, but his parents, they're like, yeah, help the community, help the people around you, because it's the human thing to do. It's the person thing to do, whatever you want to call it. And I remember this, like, particularly from high school, a little bit after that, and people can't really leave that high school mentality, but it's like, oh, you do good things to make yourself feel better. Yes. Okay, and what? Is that it? Now you're going to chastise me because I want to feel good? But guess what? I just helped fucking these people.
Yeah, I don't think there's
Okay,
anything
eat a
wrong
dick.
with that. It's sort of the kind of the paradox of charity, right?
Yeah,
Like you're doing this because you know you're being a good person, so are you really being a good person?
But is it even
fuck it. Yeah.
At that time, like, it's not even a paradox anymore. It's like, hey, do good things to do for good.
Yeah,
And
or do blow.
or do blow.
Yeah.
Do good
No,
things
but
or do blow. Those are your options,
It
people.
could be faux good, right? You're doing it for a social status.
And you know what?
Yeah, but I don't.
But if it's
it
making
doesn't take away.
But if no, it doesn't. I'm just saying that's just kind of dirt.
Yeah, and then,
but like if you're
that's
doing
that
it
person,
because if you're doing it because it actually makes you as a person feel good,
Right.
there's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that.
that's what I mean.
Suck away.
There's still a reward in there. Like there's a evolutionary switch for altruism. I really believe that. You know?
What's that?
Altruism is like selfless good.
Right.
So it's kind of never completely selfless because there's always some kind of reward, even if it's just a good feeling.
Yeah.
You know,
And
I don't know. Is a good feeling a reward? Maybe it's just how
I
you're
think
supposed
so.
to live.
I think so.
Oh, that's
Maybe
a
it's
concept.
not a good
Live
feeling.
in
Maybe
the
you're
Dharma.
hitting your bar,
Buddy,
right? You're
Yeah,
hitting
that's
that
good.
wave.
Yeah.
dog.
Well done.
I like
You're
it.
cruising like underwater, and then you do that good, and you're like, air,
Yeah,
and then eventually you're like, oh no, I gotta do something good again. You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe you're breaking the cycle of violence and raising your children and encouraging physical fitness in the world, like Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's just hitting his waves all day. Maybe he's just lounging on a floaty now because he's found his wave. He's
Now,
just
what
doing
time
a bunch
is it
of
over
good
there
shit.
in LA?
Why you want to call him?
No, metaphorically, Mickey.
I know. I'm just wondering if you're actually
Jeez.
doing that.
I mean, maybe
That's where my head's at.
Probably.
But,
I mean,
the
probably is an indoor pool.
the biggest thing I took away from Denon is, and what I am very envious of, is his ability to bring people together for a common good. Like, particularly, he goes to a war zone and goes, "Okay, let's get to work. Like, this is not good. We need to fix it, and this is how we're gonna do it."
fucking great big nuts.
You know what I mean? Like,
Huge
again,
nuts.
And to go to pretty much the guy who's running this show to go, "You're not doing a good. I need a favor, but listen, you're not doing a good job here. I'm gonna do something here."
But back the fuck off.
But yeah, and like, oh, also, can you release those doctors? Yeah, cool. They're gonna help out a little bit. I know they're prisoners of war, but just come on.
we need him.
You know, like it's
Oh yeah, sure, man. Whatever you need.
whatever you need, bro.
You seem like a really good guy. Like,
I trust your mutton chops.
but maybe that's
Yeah.
it. Like maybe he just has this like, okay, I'm gonna get a little hippie sounding here, I guess, but like that aura, that vibe. You know when you meet people and
No,
you're
that's
like,
real.
Oh, it is super real. I don't care what anyone says. You go somewhere, you meet someone, you're like, oh, you're no good. You're something bad. Or you
You
meet
get a
someone and
dank
you're
soul.
like, man, this person is like something about them. You know? You can change someone's mind just by being around and talking and, you know,
Yeah.
your
That's-
personality, your vibe.
Absolutely,
So maybe that guy
man.
just had that gift.
Yeah,
Like he could light a room up and people just listened to him. And then people got fucking jealous and then just wanted to destroy him.
Just it was
Because they're not him.
It was
They could never
particularly-
reach that level.
through the research. It's pretty just the one guy. Everyone else would just like, I need my money. You owe us a lot of fucking money.
Right. Right. That
but
one guy, though,
I
is
looked-
just that.
I feel like that's what really kind of drew me to it. Was like, I wish I could be that. I wish I could.
Then do it.
I just
What?
okay. You know, I
What?
be able to rally people like that.
It's holding your
a
back.
positive
Your
thing. Hold me
forge?
back. My I don't know, my lack of confidence.
Okay.
A bit of stage fright, kind of here and there. Maybe feel
Those are excuses.
Team
Now,
up
what's
with
actually
someone.
holding you back?
I don't know. Like I'm
Be
on
the
spot
visionary.
here.
Just don't team up with that guy. Because he's going to fucking dirt you. But team up with someone, man. You don't have to be the fucking face. You can
Yeah,
just
I guess
be-
to a degree he wasn't really the face. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't recognized till 1901 for his efforts with the Red Cross.
The ideas are just as important.
Okay, maybe I'm getting too geeked up on this, but like, should we commit to something right now?
No. Yeah, I don't know. Sure, I'll go along with it.
Like, what should we do?
You know what? I think this would be a
I
great
don't know.
time to get some actual feedback from you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What do you think what we should do with whether actually by doing it or even talking about it? Because talking about it really could make a real big difference too.
It can. Awareness is a real thing.
Right.
But I think I'd like to do
I want to
something.
physically.
I think I talk enough.
Yeah, I talk way too much.
I don't even like talking. I get all of my words out on this podcast, and the rest of the week is just like, I want my mouth to be shut.
Shutter.
Well, first thing that popped in my head particularly was Habitat for Humanity. You know, we're hands-on guys. You know,
You know what? Another thing I didn't follow through with. I had their form and everything all filled out, and I never turned it in because
Right.
I'm shit.
Well, let's hopefully we get some
no,
feedback.
you're not
and
shit.
some
No,
ideas.
you were unmotivated.
You're
Terry
not-
Crews,
yeah.
I gotta forgive myself.
Or just rot in your sorrow, like
Oh.
me. No, I'm just joking. No, okay.
Dark side
So
of the
for real,
ring.
like if we get feedback, we should pick something, and then we'll commit to it. All
Yeah.
three of us.
Yeah.
Whether it be organizing something ourselves or participating. Or maybe we'll do more than one. Who knows?
Yeah. Holler. Get Fresh Like a Mick out to your event. We will be happy to help. Donate some time. Donate some elbow grease.
No, don't ask for money, though. I'm very
No, we
poor.
have
Mickey's
no
got a bad,
money.
Mickey's got a bad hip. He can't really do that much. But he can talk.
I can smile at people and shake their hands. And
Yeah,
go, "Thanks for
Mickey can
coming."
work the door.
Yeah, he's a
Man,
good
I'm
door
great.
guy.
Actually, I'd be really bad at the door because the lineup would be just so ridiculously large. I'd be talking to everybody.
Yeah,
So-
we'd be standing inside the function, me and you, like trying to like do whatever, and we'd be like, "There's no one fucking in here," and Mickey's still got the first guy. Like, yeah, man, I saw that movie.
Yeah, for like 30 minutes, there's like a line. But for real, like, is this where we start making an impact on the world?
Ooh.
Right? I always think about that. It's like, man, what the fuck am I doing? But I mean, I impact people around me, and small things. But
Something I've
Small attainable goals.
Yes.
like Mickey said.
something I've always wanted to do, and I always think about it every year when it gets cold. I want to get a real big soup pot, cook it out, go downtown and hand it out for free.
oh, that'd be a good
To
idea, bro.
Anybody who wants it, I don't give a fuck.
But like they have places for that, bro.
No, I know, but
Yeah, but you still
here's
do it.
the
That's
thing
extra.
though. These people don't go to these places because they're embarrassed and they're ashamed.
No, these people definitely do go to this.
No,
place.
Yeah,
but sometimes
that's what the mission is.
I know, but sometimes they don't though. That's a real thing. People are like I said, they're ashamed and they don't want to go. But just someone out on the right.
Okay, bro. So
We can't knock
someone's gonna go to you on the corner handing out free soup,
yes.
but they're not gonna go to the mission because that would be embarrassing.
No, but well, it's because they can just take the soup and go. They don't have to
I
stay.
mean,
you know
maybe
what I
not at a
If you're just
corner.
handing out cup of soups, you're gonna get a bunch of people like fucking Kev.
Fair enough.
Like, yeah,
But-
man, this is good soup.
Love that guy.
Though I think I mentioned it in one of the other podcasts. My friend, she is trying to write a book for about the people who are like on the streets, you know, bankrupt, lost everything, and I believe her system is she will feed them, but then they tell her the story. So she's doing it to get the word out in a way.
Right. There's many things we can do.
Yeah.
There's
There
many
are.
things. We'll,
There are,
we'll
but
see.
I would be really open to suggestions.
Oh, I'm
So
super
I
open.
really want some feedback from audience members. Please,
it,
please,
it-
please, please,
it would be
please.
fun too to do that.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Where can they contact us at?
Just as long as there's no fucking moratorium on cursing, because it ain't gonna happen.
Fresh, hit the contacts before. I know we do it at the end, but
Yep,
we'll say
absolutely. Hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, ideally, even better at Gmail. Everything is at Fresh, Slick, and Mick. Fresh, Slick, ANDMICK. So that's at Gmail, on Twitter, on Instagram. What else we got? Facebook.
now. Yeah.
I don't know. We do
Whatever.
anything else?
Send them that way.
Yeah. Please,
leave it in the
please, please.
comments on whatever.
Yeah, leave it in the comments wherever you
on
like.
the Podbean.
Would love some good ideas.
Yeah, man, for sure.
I feel good right now.
I feel good too, but that's.
Good.
I don't want this to be like a fake good feeling. I want this to actually convert to action.
No, I want to feel good more.
Yeah.
Feel more good.
Feel more goodly.
Feel more
good. More.
Better good.
Sometimes I feel like if I just fucking quit my job and started doing shit like this, even with no source of income, like the world would right itself.
Yeah, and you know what? It's weird. I've never done that. Like, I've never quit my job and done humanitarian things, but I've done like quit my job and shit, and it
Move in
does
with your
kind of
parents?
just I know, but I mean that's my life, right? So it's like it does kind of right itself. Things kind of happen if you have a semi-positive outlook on it.
It's also a pretty fucking good motivator.
Well, that too. That too. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, man, if you did that, I think you should do that. Do it. Go on like a Greenpeace mission. Grow a big
I
beard.
would fucking love that.
We should do a Greenpeace mission.
Yeah,
don't know
man.
if Mickey
Or
could do a
work at like one of
Greenpeace
those
mission.
elephant sanctuaries in Thailand and shit.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my god.
We should
Did you
do
hear about
some
that
shit.
that dog sanctuary from the nightclub owner? Yeah,
No.
this dude was nightclub owner, did real well for himself, and he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna get out of the game, sell my business," and then all of a sudden, he was at the dump and he saw these dogs that just left there, and he's like, "This isn't right."
Who would leave dogs at a fucking
Oh.
dump? Oh, I'm so mad
Puppies.
right now.
Walmart
Dogs,
people.
puppies,
Walmart
old
people.
dogs. It was horrible. Anyways, he says, "This is wrong. I'm gonna fix this." And he goes, "When I sold my business, I had a lot of money. It was doing very well. When I started taking these dogs, I lost everything." He's like, "I had no money." But then, obviously he went viral, the whole thing, and he gets donations. He's like, since this has started, it's only new. I think it's only since 2017, maybe this year.
Okay.
He saved 500 dogs.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
Which is
It's
kind
all,
of fucked up because fuck you people for getting rid of your fucking dogs. God damn it.
No, that's probably
They're not
better.
toys,
You
they're
don't
responsibilities.
know, though. You don't know the story.
I know, but it's still, I know because I get angry.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Yes.
I wanna fucking throw this at you. But what about all the people who need help?
what about them?
That's I'm preempting something that everyone says when you talk about helping dogs because I love everything you just said, but that makes my fucking blood boil when people are like, well, what about people?
But those are the same people.
Fucking help the people too, because the people who say that don't do either.
No.
Oh, yeah.
And those are the same people who, if you talk about women's rights, you go, well, men's rights. Oh, for the love of fucking God. Like, shut the fuck up. And then I say, like, well, men's rights. What about women's rights? Okay, guys, let's fucking work together here. Like, this is the whole point of this. Like,
Yeah.
we talk about these issues so we can realize these issues and work towards fixing them.
Right.
Making
Yeah.
them not issues. Making them history, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, make them history like fucking big oil, like
Big
toxic
oil.
masculinity.
Peace.
Like-
Also, please, Big O, don't kill us. I know you have the means.
Fuck you.
There's a dot on your head.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be scary.
So it's so important to try and make the world a better place, even if it's in tiny ways with small attainable goals, as our good friend the Pope would say.
The Pope.
But there's so many ways you can do that. You don't have to, try and change all of male culture in the world. You could just be an example of one good behavior. And that's actually something I think our buddy Mickey does with his kindness and genuine nature.
Agreed.
Stupid fucking Crocs.
I'm glad you switched the topic to Crocs because you're getting me all choked up for a second there. So,
Shut up, slut.
Croc whore.
Or you could found gigantic organizations that last through the centuries and, are lifelines for millions.
Yeah. I mean, or even doing the small things might lead you to those big things.
Absolutely.
to quote a movie that probably isn't the best for, it doesn't matter. Anyways, it's wrong with me over the years, but it's you can't change the world, but you can make a dent. And I think that's a lot of times because we just said that whole don't try and go for the big things. Sometimes little things can really make a difference.
Yeah. Collectively, the dent will change. Make a change, right?
I'll get a new fucking car.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
I'm going to dent your car myself. You still didn't sell that thing?
What, my current one?
Yeah.
No, I can't get rid of it.
Okay. Well,
I've tried, and it's not working.
Right.
All right. Or you could just sell your car that you can't afford to make the world a better place.
Do it, man.
Do it.
Or woman.
All
People.
right.
Do it, people.
Ladies, thank you for this lively and interesting discussion today.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you.
And make sure to get yourselves a good night's sleep tonight. Hey y'all, thanks for attending the shit show. We appreciate your time, your attention, and of course your guacamole recipes. We are active on Instagram, and you can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. Everything at Fresh Slick and Mick, all one word. That's Fresh Slick AND Mick. To listen to more explicit douchebaggery and brodification of your favorite high intellectual pursuits, we are on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, and Google Play under Fresh Slick and Mick. Respect the Oxford comma. And for all inquiries, suggestions, features, and hate mail, we're at freshslickandmick@gmail.com. We have been and will continue to be Mitchy Slick, Pope Mickey the First, and I am Jay Fresh. This is Fresh Slick and Mick. Peace out, y'all.